Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to my first ever YouTube video that I made ever since I started Brawl Esports. Today's video, I'm just want to talk about challengers. We're gonna go through the group stage. We're gonna go through how everything went. We did end up in third place, which is a lot better than we expected, but it's really unfortunate we couldn't pass because of that one hot potato set, man. But we'll get into that soon. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So this is our first game against Neon Esports. I'm not really gonna go over the games because low key it was a little uncompetitive. It's their first time ever competing. They're a really good team with a lot of potential, I guess. But yeah, they low key got in through a free bracket. So I didn't want to review their game like that much. So let's go on to the next one. The next one is against Sunny's team, which is Sunny, Bobo, Rezik. Let's go look at that one. All right, so here's the first draft of the best of three set against Sunny's team. You also see us with Diego. That was our sub for the tournament. So basically, Rashay, which was what our initial sub was, he didn't want to play the competition anymore. So he didn't want to scrim, didn't want to do any of that stuff. So, I was like, better, I'll just let him go, try to see if we can get a sub. So I ended up being able to find Diego, good sub for us because not only is he a really good player, he also speaks Spanish and English just like me. And Ale only speaks Spanish. So, it's really good that we have like a teammate that can kind of, mediate between me because my Spanish is kind of good, but when it gets stressful and intense, I like to speak in English, of course. So, over here we have the draft. So we took a Kit, Janet here, 2-3, I believe, because Kit is really good on this map, and I'm kind of like a Kit crutch, but we ended up letting Alia because he can't play series, and like Alia on the Kit. So like Kit is just really good on this mode because you can just get a hyper, and I think nothing beats a Kit hyper, except maybe Tara's hyper. You just get team wipes, team wipes, team wipes. They don't even have to be grouped up. You can just get so much value with it. So we ended up trying to force it 2-3, and we ended up getting a good serious game as well because they don't really have anything to stop a serious except maybe bounces from the dog. Fang can't really jump me because if he tries jumping me, he just kind of loses. Unless if I have my shadows. If I don't have my shadows, yeah, no, we don't win that interaction. So here's how it starts. Game gets kind of messy. So Diego, yeah, he's insane at the game. Dodges that shot, insane. Um, so now I know Bobo is in our spawn. I try to take him out my clone. I probably dies here, and then this is kind of dangerous because he does have super, and I Loki overextended here. This was my first game playing actually on the what's it called, the live stream. We did play the Supremacy League, but it was against TE and Tribe, so I don't even know if it counts. But we did this is technically my first ever actual game I could win, so I was a little bit nervous and I kind of made a lot of mistakes. But we do end up getting in a good position here with the Sirius. I got myself in that little spot. Have my clones in the back. He does jump me and kills me, which is kind of bad. I should have put my clones there, but it was good because Ali knew he could jump him. Ali gets a really good jump there. Now Sunny has all the gems, and he wasted hyper because he was forced to. If the kid would get the super, he needed to make sure he gets the gems. So in this position, you probably think we would lose. Um, Bobo over here kind of dies and feeds clones. Not too good by him, but there goes Diego with a really good hyper, and I hit a really good clone on him. We ended up getting the reset, and then there's just three clones. Look at what they're doing. They look, he can't stop. And I have more, by the way. I have more clones too. So they really can't do anything. I'm just spawning little Otises, holding a lot of good pressure. Ale is about to get super, and actually is able to take the gems out of their spawn, which is really good for us because I think he doesn't get away here, and the Bubble ends up getting a super and does that, yeah. But now the Agro is carrying the gems. Diego goes for the kill, gets the kill, insane kill from him, kills Sunny as well. No, he doesn't kill Sunny here. He just goes back. So now in this position, I have a lot of clones, and I know I do. I also have hyper, so I ended up just hypering here. I told Ala to jump on the Otis, and I would be able to group kill him. Do group kill him, and I also get two more Otises from that. So I just throw my clones at Rezik there, and then I run back with the one gem because once we have that one gem, they can't we can reset from that position. So we kind of just went back with that. They now had to play aggressive. They do have Otis hyper as well, but in this position it's really good because Alice still hasn't used his cat hyper, so he got really close to the cat hyper. Loki could have used it there, but decided to hold. Sunny kind of throws his mute. I don't know where the hell that was, but kind of throws his mute out. It's okay. Um, Daily Gamer uses his hyper here to kill the dog and get them more space. Alec does hyper the cat, and the game is basically over. Once you have cat hyper, the game is basically over. We do end up winning this first round here pretty smoothly. All right, so here we are on match 2 of this best of 3 set on Gem Grab. I do play a lot better this game, I do remember. So I was able to get in a little spawn shot position here really early on in the game. I was able to get really good shots off on the Fang. By the way, I don't know if you guys know, but Kits often, like, you saw how he missed his jump. A lot of times that's intentional because when you miss your jump, you're in a good range to get 3 shots off, and you're not going to get pinched by like his teammate who's going to focus you, and then the Otis, when he has a shot off, will be able to kill you as well. So like sometimes you'll see the missed jumps. I do it too. It's very common. It's not like he missed his jump. He does it on purpose. Like I promise, it's not like a mistake or anything. But we do have a really good spawn trap here. So if we can just survive, we'd be in a really good position. Bad thing is that the dog bounces are going to be really annoying for me to back up. So I have to kind of back up there. Like they back me up really good. So Ali does somehow kill the Fang. I don't even know how he did that, to be honest. Um, I low key okay. Like I low key thought he was in the grass. Like I was again like nerves are kind of eating me alive. Like I low key thought he was in the grass. So I low key used my gadget there just to be like safe. Ended up not mattering though because it's all good in the hood, you know. Um, ends up killing the Otis there, which is pretty good from Diego. Pinches out the Fang. Fang is dead because Otis dies. Kind of like a domino effect there. I do end up getting this gem because Diego can't get it. I don't want him to like risk feeding the super. And then Bubble kind of uses super really badly there. Dash to my clone. And then I have another clone too. I can look use it whenever I want. I decided to save it. Ali does miss the jump there. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, to be honest, but it ended up working out, so it's all good. Diego gets one more gem, and then the set's basically over from this position. They can't kill him. Once he jumps in the air, it's basically just over. Yeah, and then this game is just over. So let's go on to the next set here. So here we are on Bell's Rock for set 2 of the best of 3 game against Sunny's team. So far I don't really like our draft nearly as much as the last game. We don't really have any secured ways. I mean, we do win end game, but they also have like we have nothing for bags because I think the Jaeyoung just if you lane dog, then that means that Gene has to lane a Brock or an Angelo. Not favorable in my opinion, but they just have a really like we both have defensive comps basically. Like we both have really defensive comps, and so basically I don't know if you guys know this, but I practice this map like not even in a scrim or like in another format. I genuinely practice this map, this exact same like situation where it was a interaction between a Brock versus a Pierce. I practiced on both sides. I have never lost on the Pierce before. This was the first time that I actually lost lane to a Brock on Pierce. Part of it was because he was playing jump, and also because Brock, I think, is just supposed to be the Pierce in this matchup because you can kind of just play really easily. And like there is a way I could win, and I'll go into it in a second here. There is a way I can win, but so far the draft is looking pretty even. We do have like when the zone closes in, I feel like we have more heals and like better sustain. The way we win is if we can kind of play together in full HP by the end of the zone, maybe with like a pure super, you can make them really low. We do have definitely a way to win, so it's not a bad draft by any means. Let's see how the game plays out. So the game starts here. Our lanes right now are, I think, the best we can have it, except Jaeyoung should be mid because the bags will deal with the Gene too much. Gene can't really go lane, which is kind of the problem, right? And Pierce can't go mid because Pierce can't lane roughs and also doesn't have as many good angles mid. So Ale goes up, like extends pretty heavily there. I'm looking like homeless on the left side. Like I don't know why I'm losing lane so hard, but I am. So like once he puts the bags there, like it's a really bad situation for us. Ale does go up and doesn't pinch the roughs out of mid, but that's fine. You know, like we kind of just hold our lanes here, and then like I'm kind of getting like diffed right now. Like I don't know if you guys see it, I'm genuinely getting like diffed lane. Like I really don't like that. But yeah, now we notice okay, we need to put the Jaeyoung mid. So we do that. But the main problem you guys are gonna see is that Sunny just is playing perfectly with Brock. Like I do dodge the super, but I died at the shot anyways because he also has jump, and I also made a really big mistake here. So we do lose endgame. Diego uses the pull there. I don't know if that was the smartest decision. He does jump me, and we do end up losing this first round. But let's see here what happens next round. So I think from this position, I was like, you know what, I just gotta diff this guy. There's nothing else to it. We can't really lane swap because Gene can. I mean, Gene can lane Brock, but I think it's just too much time it takes to swap and they get position that you don't want that. So we just decided to stay with the lanes this time. I think this was the game where I made a huge mistake with Pierce. Like you never want to make this mistake with Pierce. So not only am I missing like all my 3Ks, he does end up jumping to dodge my 3K, which isn't like terrible for me. And I also get him really low here, but as you know, it's a Brock. I can't really push into him if he's shooting and holding me. Like when he takes the opportunity to heal is when I should push. But as you can see, I didn't do that. But I do hold this position right here. I try to play as perfectly as I can. Diego's doing really good against the Angelo, and we're doing good against. We're like basically winning all 3 lanes here. So this honestly you'd think would be a round we win, but unfortunately the here's what happens. I use my 3K, so now I have no ammo. Pierce doesn't punish. I mean, Brock doesn't punish me yet, But right here, I think he does end up punishing me. Okay, no, I do hit the 3K. I use my super, and then look, you see how I missed that 3K right there? That low-key lost us the round. Because I used my 3K and kind of missed it, he was able to run at me in a straight line because he already has the damage buff from the roughs. So he can kind of just like, win that very easily. And we do end up losing this first round here. Kind of unfortunate, but it's all good. We go on to the next one. We'll see how it goes. Okay, round 2 here. So we thought we should switch our lanes, and I guess they kind of clocked us because they do switch their lanes again. I do hit the first shot on the Brock here, but as you can see, I can't push into him. If I push into him, I risk getting myself trapped in like that weird range where you can kind of like dodge Brock shots and not dodge Brock shots. But he ends up putting like a weird sandbags to defend. I don't honestly know why he did that. He defended like the Sunny like look, you did not need that against me. Like why did we do that, Bobo? Like I didn't appreciate that. But I do end up dodging some Brock shots. We kind of get some good space, but I do back up. I don't really want to overextend too much. We just got to play for end game, really. Because once we have control, we have the heals they can't push into us. I do think about breaking this. But yeah, like, I really can't. Like, I'm in this pocket, this weird position. I'm getting hit too much, Ale heals me. He's not really holding mid. I feel like in this position, you should be holding mid on Jaeyoung and just kind of let me die if I die. Because I think you can kind of just, like, kill a Brock, like, if you separate them. But it's all good. Sunny does end up killing me here, I think. I almost got my super off. That would have been pretty good. Low-key, we would have probably won the interaction there. I got my super off there, but we didn't. So we ended up losing this round. Going to the next one here. Okay, that was a little too far, but it's all good. So here, our lanes are roughs on Pierce, which you don't want that. And Sunny's kind of getting a lot of space here. Honestly, in this position right here, I think that was a bad hyper super from him because our comp plays really well together. We have the Gene star power and we have the Jaeyoung heals. So I don't know if it was actually a good decision from him to break that open, but they do have a buffed up Angela with super. So if we get poisoned, if any one of us gets poisoned, we kind of just lose. So I think Diego was the one that calmed that, like, don't get poisoned. So I don't think he was able to actually hit anybody with the poison. Or if he hit him, the poison was like a one little shot. Okay, Ale does get poisoned actually. Kind of unfortunate. And I do again end up getting tapped, and because we don't have the heal from the Jaeyoung, from the Gene healing the Jaeyoung, we end up losing that interaction. We just kind of lose this entire set, so it does go to set 3, unfortunately. Our team, by the way, I don't know if you guys know, but like this entire tournament, we've been kind of a little rolled and homeless on 2 modes. We've been kind of homeless on heist and knockout. This is one of the modes that I think we kind of need to, like, me and Alex specifically, obviously not Diego. Diego knows exactly what he's doing, but we kind of need to improve on it because I feel like we could have done more. But anyways, yeah, we do lose this time. We go to set 3. Let's see how that goes. So here is set 3 draft. We do have Mo, Ems, Sirius against Nita, Otis, and Kenji. So this is kind of a weird draft because I feel like it's 50-50 in the sense that one of our lanes are always going to be stagnating, and it only depends on how we play our mid in our left lane that will decide who wins this game. So you'll see here, it's not too one-sided, the draft. I think we kind of, really played our cards right, like with the picks. I ended up playing the Sirius, and I have to do lane Kenji. So the problem is that when Kenji's on my lane, it's really hard for me to win because all he has to do is just run in a straight line when I have no shadows and like before I get set up, and he kind of just wins the interaction every time. And like especially when he gets super, like once he gets super, he can literally beat me with the supers as well. So it's kind of a little dangerous to play this interaction. Let's see how it plays out in the game. So we'll go back a little bit. So yeah, so you can see here, I do miss a lot of my gadgets too. I actually don't know what I was doing for the gadgets this game, but get some good hits on the Kenji. So I'm charging some shadows here. So yeah, you see the start, if we get run down like that, we're gonna lose the game. So we have to like not get run down. But let's see. So the Kenji in this position right now, he pushes me when I have clones, I think, and that's why he loses the interaction. So there he uses a super. He hits me once somehow. Good job by Diego to get the kill on the Otis. So yeah, you'll see now basically this game is entirely determined on how fast Diego can get drill before Sunny runs us down with Kenji. That's how we win the game. So let's see here. What happens this interaction? I think this time what happens is Sunny plays too aggressive. I have 3 clones, and he kind of just ran into my clones. He thought he would get one shot off me. I'm pretty sure he was one shot from super because the way he played that was from one shot from super. I think he thought he would hit me with that shot. He didn't. And then 3 clones are just running at poor homeless Bobo. And I think he just can't do anything about it. And Diego passes me the ball. We have good position. I thought we would score here, but like luckily the opportunity wasn't there, so we decided to hold it a little bit. I just had to pass the mid because I feel like we have right lane. I kind of missed a super there, like that's kind of bad, but I do end up getting like a clutch 2v3 here. I mean, sorry, 2v1, 1v2. What am I saying? And then from that position, Bobo's in mid, which means I can just kind of chill and heal. Take it easy. Ale hopefully goes back on the right lane. I don't think he knows that the Anita isn't in there, so he's kind of playing a little bit more defensive. Once he sees the Anita, he's gonna play a little bit more aggressive and kind of just hold her lane. So I'm kind of doing okay on Sunny's lane this time. Just try not to let him get like easy shots off on me or like not like run in my face, because once he does that, I really can't do anything. We do have Hyper Mo here, which means we should be able to win from this position. Sunny is kind of playing ring around the rosy. He goes for my Mo. Good plays by Sunny so far. He does okay. Hits a double slash there. Like he kills me and then like he kills everyone. Like that's kind of unfortunate, huh? Like okay, and there like Ali like kind of he wasted his gadget, so he couldn't push back the Otis and ended up like conceding this goal. That's kind of bad from him. But one thing is you'll see we low-key play better like later in the tournament. Like low-key, I don't think we played that good this set. Like so we ended up losing the first round of this round here. Let's go on to the next one. So here's round 2 of this best of 3 match point for us, or I mean against us technically. So now we kind of just know, okay, we put the ball in the corner and we kind of just play for Mojo. Now we're playing together because I don't think I can deal with Kenji by myself. So Otis also can't push because he'll probably die like to the Mo if he pushes. He doesn't want to feed Mo anything. So me and Diego are just like, hey, we're just gonna focus this guy. So once I have my clones down, we can kind of run at Sunny in a straight line. Diego gets the ball. I wait for him to get the ball, and he gets the ball, and we kind of just run at him in a straight line. I think Diego's the one who calmed it, just straight line hit that guy. And then once he's straight lined, we kind of have this like little left side here, which makes it a lot easier for Mo to get super. Once Mo gets super, like the game is like going to be a lot easier for us. So he gets drill. I don't know if he ends up killing we do end up killing the Kenji. And then from this position, we have full control basically of the map, except right lane. We're just playing from the side. I don't know why Ali was going mid. Loki should go back to the bottom right and hold that right lane so the Lilia can't push, but she's not pushing anyway, so it's fine. Good gadget by Ali there. And then this, I think, is a goal. Low key, this probably wasn't too good. Like, I feel like we should have scored that goal without having to use Mojo, but the way it played out kind of made him force to use it. And then he also fed the Kenji super too, which is like not the best situation for me. So this is definitely like lined up for an opportunity for them to score. So they do end up deciding to switching the lanes. Kenji also has a really good matchup against Ems when she's by herself, because you can kind of just straight line Ems. Even if she has gadget, you just straight line and you always kill it. So it's kind of dangerous to play that interaction. Ali ends up going on the Anita again. And like he just does that to us. Like really, like I don't think it was that serious. And Ali does save the goal. Ali does actually, I think, get a 2K here. Okay, no, they defend themselves like this. Some other instances where that happens, but good defense by my teammates. We low-key ate the Kenji super there because like it's a really closed off area and Sunny aimed it really well. So we kind of ate that. But so this was like kind of bad by me, I think. I ended up feeding Kenji hyper and then like he low-key just like ate us alive. Like, oh no, it was Ali that actually did it this time. But so Mo actually uses hyper here. Gonna kill the Nita and pressure the Bobo. So Bobo really can't kill me in this situation because I have my clones. And then we kind of kill everybody. And then like we're like at this point just park the bus. And we win this set very comfortably. And let's go on to the next one. So the next one will be actually like double match point, best of 3. Kind of intense for a group stage game, and low-key a little bit more intense than it had to be, I feel like, because we do have a pro player on our team. But it is our also first game actually playing together, so cut us some slack here. And also it's Super Beach. Nobody likes Super Beach. Okay, I'll go into the next game. So here are match point for this. Now, in this situation, we kind of took everything that we learned from the previous sets and try to apply it together. So in this situation, Sunny does push me, and we do end up killing him. He was like lucky half a second away from getting a super or like using it. I don't know if he decided not to, but he was lucky half a second if it was a ping, like ping diff. He lucky could have gotten it off, but he decided not to save it or just didn't get the ping. So in this position, I don't have a lot of shadows. Mo also has super, so this is kind of bad. You see how we kind of gave them the ball? Like low-key, I think we should have defended the ball better in this position because giving them the ball is really bad. Like that's how you basically control Brawl. Like if they have the ball, like you just don't want that. Like it's just too much control that they have, and they get to like whenever they win a lane, they put the ball there and they can basically score every time. So us giving them the ball there is kind of dangerous for us, but it's also not that big of a deal because we're all still alive, of course. They can't really just score, and I don't think they easily score next. So I low-key like homelessly run into. Like, low-key, if I didn't do that, Diego can get the kill. But I low-key homelessly ran into, like, double slash by Kenji. Like I don't know why I did that. Also because like low key like the Kenji skin is like pay to win, not pay to win because it's default, but like the fish sometimes like it's like really hard to know where the fish is landing, whereas the other skins like it's really easy to know. So I have my little Kenji clones. I put them towards his lane, and we end up like low key like fodderizing the poor guy. Like really can't do anything into that. So we end up pushing up here with the Kenji clones. I think he'll actually go and destroy it. And here I kind of dealt like an idiot. I remember I like again like I tried to dodge the Kenji super, but I wasn't able to because the timing was off. Like I timed my Kenji super really badly. Like I like my dodge because I thought I would be able to fit into the quadrant on the left side, but it ended up being a lot lower than I thought because of like depth perception reasons. Also has no shadow either, so I don't really know where it's landing. And it ends up landing exactly where I don't want it to, and I ended up dying in this situation and also feeding him more to his next super, which he ends up like getting good value off of it. I think again, yeah, ends up getting really good value here. Kind of like kills us all, I guess. And in this position, Loki going for that kill, I don't know if I would have done that from Sunny because like I think your Nita can easily kill it. Like he's kind of pinched, and then you also have a lot of control mid. Like you can kind of maintain your control more mid, like more in a mid position. But because he didn't, I'm kind of able to get a little bit up. But I do end up no, I'm able to get like a lot of space here from the left side from him doing that, which means we're not really nearly as closed off. And also, I think they literally lost this round because of their ball control. Um, let's see here what happens. So we do have our lanes not on the right way. I do feed him like one little slash and he gets in hyper off that. And Loki almost does everything. And look at what this guy actually does. Like I've never seen anything like this. Like he dodges like two like the mute and like a shot from Otis and then goes up and then goes for the safe and then goes for the goal and then literally gets it off. Like that's absolutely crazy. Like again, this was because they put the ball here for some reason. Everybody is going up. Like the Kenji made a hyper play, is about to go for the goal, but unfortunately Bobo went and followed instead of getting the ball and passing it to either the Nita or the Kenji and going for the goal. Because of that, Diego was able to exploit that by using his super, hyper super, sorry, going for Bobo and then trying to get the ball and passing it up right. He was able to do that really well, and obviously, of course, dodged insane shots because he knew exactly where Bobo would shoot in that situation. So he does end up getting a good goal. And from this position, it's basically over. They have no utility to win the game from this point. I have a lot of clones, I believe, at this point. All I gotta do is just hold on here, and the game is basically over. I send my clone at Sunny, and Sunny tries to go for the kill. He gets his super here, and then I end up dodging it perfectly, so it doesn't do anything. And then my clone does a lot to Bobo, and basically it's over. And that's how we won our first actual game in the group stage. So let's go on to the next game, which is against DES Esports. Okay, so our next game, best of 3 in the group phase. This is our last game in the group phase. All we have to do is win one set, and we qualify to the next group. So we do go against Ponzi, Yeji, and Nazuna. Pretty solid team. They did end up losing to Sunny, so they literally need to win 2-0 in order to qualify to the group stage. So our draft here, I really don't like it because in the sheets that we had, Penny pick was basically kind of like our bans were kind of dependent on them banning Chuck. But because they didn't ban Chuck, they ended up getting a really, really, really good Chuck game. And in my opinion, they have draft here. You can defend Otis with Otis very well. Like Otis with 8-bit is really easy to defend. And the same thing with you have the mute for the Kaze, and you can just kind of like not range diff, but like burst diff the Otis. You can kind of burst diff the 8-bit really well. So it's just really favorable matchup for them. They also have Bell for 8-bit, which if you know, like that's just a torture matchup for the Bell. Poor guy can't. I mean, for the 8-bit, sorry. Poor guy really can't do anything. But they also have nothing for the Penny turret. They have nothing to destroy it. So if we get really good Penny value, maybe we can win this game. Let's see how it goes. So here we are, set 1, first match of the tournament. I was a little nervous going into this because I really don't want to lose this one, to be honest. But it's all good. So we got really good value in the start, kind of like our game plan was to just run him in a straight line because they do have a Chuck and we have to base race or else we'll lose the game. But we kind of both died, me and Ale. So in this position, like kind of hard for Ale because where is he supposed to go with all those tracks in the middle? But Nazuna's honestly like, listen, like Nazuna's looking not playing Chuck well on this map. Like this is not how you set up. Like it's kind of like a homeless setup in my opinion because like with Chuck, like the thing is that there is like an objective way you can play perfectly every single time, unless you just genuinely get killed, which is obviously out of your control. So if you don't get killed and all that stuff happens, like you should have your perfect setup and get as many supers as possible because you do charge your supers automatically, which means I'm pretty sure each set we won was by 4%. So they literally could have won if they had a better Chuck setup both times. But I'll point you out the mistakes when they come. So Alec does try to go for the Chuck because he really can't push mid against the Otis. Otis has super, but he really can't go anywhere. Now Zuna ends up going back there. This happens to me a lot of times on Chuck, to be honest. I can't really play him the guy. The only way you can stop this is if your back post is farther from your nearest post here. So you go to this post naturally. If you put this a little bit farther, maybe more in the grass, it would still reach, yet it would also like prioritize you to go down instead of going up in that situation, which is what he wanted to do. It does not really like hurt them that much, but I am marked here on the ape. As you can see, not much I can do. Gets a gadget, and then I just kind of die there because I'm in his range, and like I have no movement speed, so I can't do much. Punzi gets some nice shots on the safe there. I tank one with my super, and then like as you can see, I kind of don't want to defend the 8-bit, but also, the Chuck. I also want to get my super though, so I do use him to do that. I got like muted here, which is like kind of bad by me. I don't know how he hit, like why he hit that on me, to be honest. I didn't really do anything, but I do run on the tracks like an idiot. I don't know like what I'm doing. Again, set one, it's okay to play like trash because like I guess bro was a little nervous. I guess I don't know. Ali does get a good super on the safe, I believe. Yeah, he does get a good super on the safe. We do end up killing the Chuck here. So as you can see, like look at the Chuck setup. Like right now in this position, you could have the safe to 25% on our side if you have a better setup that does double slash. Because he doesn't have a double post setup, he's losing a lot of time and value with the Chuck, meaning it's not going to really it's not really going to serve any purpose in the draft. So Diego is kind of just playing mid. He's trying to get like Diego does this really weird thing with Penny where he gets on their safe and then gadgets them and he does like 20,000 million damage on the safe with that like ability. Like it's kind of crazy. But for some reason the spectator is like not going up. Like he's watching the Chuck for some reason. I don't know why he's doing that, to be honest. I don't think he knows like how to play, but like we do get a really good setup here. We do get second crack here, I believe. We do get second crack? No, I don't know if we do. We do get the crack here. And I do for some reason feed that guy another super, so we're gonna lose this round for sure. I think we kind of just like at this point where like we knew it was over. I put my safe down and like kind of prepared to like kill that guy as fast as possible, like everybody did. So once that happened, like yeah, like we basically can't win this. So let's go on to the next round. Here we are, round 2 of this game. We do end up winning this entire set, by the way. Sorry for spoilers, but we do end up winning. Obviously we made it to top 3 in the tournament, so Diego does get really good but thing. He does the thing like exactly what I'm saying. Like you see, he puts the thing, like he puts the barrel on the safe and just completely like wrecks their safe. I don't know how he does that every time. Like he gets the ability to go up and do that. So Ala does unfortunately miss the Sandstorm, which means that we don't get the crack on the shield, which is really bad for us. And it kind of honestly tilted me when it happened, but it's all good, I guess stuff like that happens. But we do end up killing the Chuck here. Feeds me super, and I think at this point I should be going left because I feel like Diego doesn't do enough on the left lane. And I should be going left because I can't get any value mid. Not because Diego's doing bad left, but I can't get any value mid. So I was like, you know what, Diego, let me go left and let me try to get my gadget because I can also get my gadget from here to the safe and do a lot of work and distraction on that so that they can't really defend me. So Diego does get his mortar here. He puts my mortar in that little position. We have a little setup. I do end up getting the crack, or it's like 1% to it. So I think I just end up dying for it. I really don't care that much. I just die for it because Ali needs it for his super. So the faster it's down, the better. We do end up. I don't know why this guy's watching the Chuck, to be honest, but he does end up getting a good mute on my Kaze, and my Kaze does get a good super too, though. So it's not like the worst situation. The Otis does get both of the turrets from us, so good by him, and then puts another penny mortar. So that ends up breaking. And then you see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. They honestly should have won this set, but because the Chuck has a single post setup, they literally lost. Look at the percent. I don't know if you guys can see it because I paused it, but look at the percent. It's literally 4% to 0. He literally would objectively have won that game if he played a little bit better, but because he didn't and he messed up the setup on Chuck, he lost the game. And for that reason, we're going to a match 3 here on set 1. And I'll see you guys set 3. Match 1. Match 3, Okay, so here we are on match 3. So at this point, I noticed, this Chuck is not, they don't low-key want it anymore. The Chuck is low-key not playing good. The Otis is doing good, and the Belle is, on the wrong... She's not on shield gear for some reason. I'm not sure why. But, low-key, they don't want it. So, I try to tell my team, lock in here. Play a little better because I feel like we were low-key playing a little scared, especially me. So saying that low-key helped the team a little bit. I do get myself in this like left hand position here. I can basically run towards the 2x8, the 2x4 wall and kind of just use my gadget. And then look, there he goes with a double setup, but he spends more time connecting his post here. Like you see his top post doesn't actually connect to the bottom one, so he kind of has to ignore it for a bit. But he does have the double setup this time. Alad's doing a good job on the safe on their side, and Diego does have turret now, so we're in a really good position. I do end up getting a really good gadget on their safe. Ponzi does tank a couple shots, which is good by him. And again, like it's like one little shot towards like breaking, so like I kind of crash out and go for it. Kind of like Loki choked there. Like I don't know what I was doing there. Loki didn't have to die, but I might have gone stuck on the wall or something. So the penny turret is doing a lot of work. Diego is like somehow alive there in the corner doing a lot of stuff. But Ala does have super again. So in this position, I feel like we should win. The Chug just doesn't have the DPS. But again, it's really, really, really close. He mistimes it low key. If he were to like shoot one more time and then use his super, he low key wins that with the Chuck. But because they made so many mistakes, we low key won with like that weird out draft. We do win round one. So let's go on to the next set here against DES Esports. So here is the draft for Ring of Fire. This is match point for us. If we win this set, we win the entire thing. We already qualified at this point, so really we don't even care. Like they're out no matter what. But we do end up taking Glowy Low. Like nothing with these bans, nothing can beat Glowy Low on this map. Like it's just uncontested. And we do have Mortis for the Naija, and they do take a Fang, which isn't like a terrible pink. Like it's not like a terrible pick at all. But into Glowy, Glowy can like counter it really well. And also like Low should be able to counter like the Chester and has a super for the Najee. Like they have nothing for zone time basically. So to me, like this game is just free because they have nothing for zone time. We have two brawlers for zone time, and we have a Mortis to kill their brawlers. And like I don't know, like they really can't do anything. They can only get kills on the Fang, but again, you have a glowy stun. It's gonna be really hard to time it right. It also hard to time the glowy super. Sometimes you can do it like really wrong and like it messes up everything. So let's see how this game plays out. I don't even have to make another recording. Okay, so here we go. Ala does go through mid. He gets a good position. Loki, I might have preferred him to go on the left side here instead, or directly through right. But I do like that he's in that position because I can heal him. He'll get hit or whatever, but it's fine. So Ala does bait the Najia box, which is good. But again, like this is another thing. Like he's Loki going for his like the wrong matchup. Like you shouldn't. Not only are you going out of my heals, but you also Loki shouldn't be going for a Fang that's like your hard counter or like the brawler that's supposed to do the most into you and a Chester. So like the Nai just kind of alone there on the right lane. Like nobody's contesting her, and he Loki kind of like dies there, or like heals or like in the back. They kind of ignore him for some reason. I don't know why. I think do they end up okay? No, Fang super him. That's like really not a good super from Fang. I feel like that's like a little bit unnecessary. But then again, he's probably also nervous about me timing my gadget, my super right. So he just goes for the kill on the Mortis there. Mortis ends up dying to the stun. So they ended up wasting two supers to kill the Mortis that ended up not dying at that exact moment. Because I ended up healing him to full. Not full, actually. He ended up dying later, but I was still healing him. Like, look. He ends up getting a kill. So they wasted two supers to not even get a kill. And to get for us to get a kill. You know what I mean? So it's just really bad utility usage from them in this set. Now they do have... I do end up doing that. Like Jesus Christ. Like, what am I doing? I'm not sure how that worked out, but it did. At this point, like I'm kind of feeling a little confident, you know. We're winning by a large margin. Diego does use his gadget really well to dodge that. Dodge the Naja snakes. So he does do good there, Yeji, to like use his super while what's it called? He does use his super while I do not have my stun. But like I said, this game is basically already over. They have nothing for zone time. It's kind of really easy for us to win this game. We kind of just got to play together, me and Diego. And I do have my hyper here, and I do go for a play. Now, the commentator actually said I didn't get any of my supers, but I do hit the Fang and kill the Fang on the top here. You just can't see it. The Fang does die, and then now I just box it, and it's basically over. This set is basically over. I don't know, like, listen, like, I'm going to be honest, I don't know why there's a clown pin on here. I don't know who put that, but I don't know why we're being toxic in challengers. Like, it's that big of a deal. But anyways, let's go on to the next set here. So this is the final round against DES Esports. Match point. We do have a 100 draft, so I don't know what they can do to win the game. Loki, I don't know what Yeji's doing. Loki misses stun, and then I super him, and he dies. I think Laser's probably tilted. Yeah, like I don't know, like Loki, like what this kid is doing, putting like Clown Pin. Like I'll talk about that after the game, I guess. So Ponzi unfortunately can't get any value from his spray when there's a glowy. Like it's kind of just unfortunate. He kind of has to cycle his super and like use it to supercharge. He gets another useless super. I kind of feel bad, but he low-key like kind of bad from him to like use it because he low-key could have just respawned with another one. So I think that was kind of a bad decision anyways. I do end up stunning out the Fang here. And we do get zone time because Nadia, like, and any dot brawler can't really kill a glowy. Like, heal, like, you just can't kill me. Like, I heal more damage than she does, so kind of good for me to do that. But then I think this is like where I make a little bit of a mistake. I kind of use my hyper there for no reason, and then Fang and Loki waste another super. He didn't have to do all that. Diego kind of sits on the zone, and this position, Loki, I didn't like this position because like Loki, I thought it was like kind of like over, like kind of like a dangerous position to be in. But then I do miss my super again. I kind of like going to his like this is exactly what I'm saying. Like he needs to stop avoid, like he needs to avoid more like his matchup and go for the like Najib because he can't kill like Fang, and even if he does, he'd be feeding Fang hyper and super, which really doesn't help us at all. So good kill from Diego to win that, and then he also kills the Fang here with his hyper charge, which basically gives us full control. I don't know why this guy's putting clown pins, bro. Like, okay, so in this position, yeah, the game is basically over, 73%, and then I low-key clock the edgy there. I kind of knew he would go in. Diego does stun him. I mean, Diego does use his gadget too because he didn't trust me like that. But it's all good. They basically can't do anything for this position. Ali goes up. It's basically over. I don't know why he's I don't know why he's spinning. But like yeah, like we do win this game. GG's to them. They play pretty good for like, you know, they probably didn't have drafts prepared or anything like that, but GG's to them. And we move on to the playoffs and they're out of the tournament. So like I do want to talk about like Ali here. Like low key, like the reason why he was spinning a lot was because this team DES like basically they spun against like they spun against them. What's it called? Like noobs. Like the team Neon Esports that we beat round one that I didn't show the game of. They spun on them. So like I really like think that the reason why he did that was because he wanted to be like when they won, like he wanted to win and then be toxic because kind of like getting revenge for Neon Esports that like, you know, basically couldn't even defend himself. They don't have a drafter, they don't have anything, they don't have any help really. So it's I guess like good from him to like kind of get revenge on for Neon Esports, but then again, like that's not really his job to do that, you know. I guess like, you know, they lost anyways, you know, you don't really have to be doing any of that. Kind of just being toxic for no reason. I don't really agree with that decision. I kind of apologize like to the DES. Like I know like they're pretty good players, like, you know, like it's kind of like not really like how I want our team to operate. So like I apologize for that. Like I don't know why he was like doing all that stuff, you know. Like I was just putting my try pin because I like Lazy Diego and the entire game, so it was good from us. So on to the playoffs, and I will see you guys in the next game. Okay, so here we are in the playoffs. Our game was against Nova Esports. Now, I low-key knew this team could bleed really badly. I knew we had a chance to win. But so far looking at our draft, I feel like this is kind of 100-0. What do they have to win, honestly? Like, I don't really know. We have Ems for Poco. We have honestly Ems is really good against Grey Comps too because you have the slow, like perma slow it. And then we also have Barry. Barry also does beat Poco. You can't really out heal when you have a Barry with a Poco. Like Barry will always win the out heal. And also Barry also what's it called is really good against like Gray because Gray has no damage. And we also have Chester for BB, so we have a lot of good matchups. And honestly, to me, this is a kind of an out draft. So let's see how this game plays out. So it starts. Now, this is kind of bad by me. I use my gadget on the middle there. I do end up using, actually, I use my gadget on the BB here. We do end up killing the BB. Sorry, I went forward there. We do end up killing the BB really well there. And we have zone time. So the thing is now we can kind of just run in a straight line and just hold. We just hold, basically. We'll win this game pretty comfortably if we hold. And not try to feed too much to the Gray. I think that's the way we lose, is if we feed too much to Gray, they'll just kind of get also like really bad by Ali there, low key. Like he shouldn't have put himself in that position, like to be on the BB when she came back. Like it's kind of obvious that's gonna happen, but I guess it's like a mistake you never make again, so it's all good. Rodaldo does get like he overextends a little bit there, and then we do end up killing Kirito, and Pain can't really push us, so he's just gonna try to farm as much super as he can and stuff like that. Diego is doing really good at healing us, heals Ali, saves Ali's life. I do try to save my gadget for BB, but I don't know when she's coming in, so I decided like I don't know when to use it. Ali does hyper there. Loki breaks, huh? He does kill Pain though, so it's fine. And then we kind of just hold on. We win the clash here, and we hold on here. They do push Ali again. Like they kind of caught him lacking too much this game, I think, and that really a really good super for me. Like really good M super. It was actually me that like thought of the M's pick when they went BB1 for some reason, so we went M's into that, which is really good because it takes off great M's from them, and it also is really good into me because you slow her down. She does end up like low-key farming me in the corner, and I think we end up losing this round, but it's all good because we do go next, I believe. See here, Diego gets a really good kill on Poco, I believe, but unfortunately it's just not enough. It doesn't kill him actually. It's actually just not enough, so we do end up having to go next here. So here we are on match 2. We kind of understand the game a little bit differently. So I do know that I can get 2 shots on the BB before she gets in our spawn. I can get 2 shots off her. You'll see me do that again in the third round of this set. She does try to push us for some reason. I slow her down. She heals. So now she basically has no utility to push us, except obviously her her normal knockback from her normal main attack. We do end up killing her, and when she's dead, they have no damage, so we kind of know we can hold. As long as the BB dies and like we don't feed, like my objective here is to try not to feed as much to the gray as possible. But that's what I do. So we do end up doing really good killing all of them. And at this point, I know like they're gonna teleport. Like as soon as I see that flash up, I shoot a shot towards it because I know, yeah, like I know they're gonna go in. I got a really good slow, really good super from me, really good super from Diego as well to kill the BB out. Ale is low. Diego does go and heal him because he chains like half of his super from healing. Like it's kind of ridiculous. The brawler, like he can kind of use that recklessly as he wants. So we'll see him use a lot of supers without getting chains because he know he will eventually get it. So at this point, kind of bad for me and Ali is we low key use our hypers at the same time. We do get the kills and it's really good position for us. But I really didn't like how we used our hypers at the same time. You know, you can stop 2 separate pushes with these hypers. You know, using it at the same time is really like not good. But at this position, you know, the game is really hard for him to win. Again, the BB is really bad there from Kirito. I don't know why he pushed up alone. He should have like, you know, in my opinion, he should have like went back and like waited for his team to push with them. They would have at least maybe had a chance to get a kill or something, but he pushes alone and then hypers. I don't think he ends up dying to He ends up dying to Ali. Ali has 3 like good bell orientation to kill him there, and eventually, yeah, we do end up winning the set. I think once Diego goes up and walks up, or maybe he just waits for the team. We do end up winning the set though. So going into the next set, I just know I can stop the BB from getting value early, which is kind of what made us struggle last set, which would help us win. So we kind of just go up here and we win. So let's go on to the next set. So on to the next set, we basically I get the same exact amount of shots on the BB this time. And this time I literally killed her by myself. She wasted Gadget. Really good by me, really bad by Kirito, unfortunately. Honestly, if I was him, I would just switch my lane and try to catch me lacking or something. Really wouldn't matter though, because it would just take too much time, I think. Actually, he'd probably just have to stay there, huh? And then so Pain goes in with the hyper there to try to get a kill. And low-key, like I should have known that he had a teleport there. I don't know why, it just didn't like occur to me that he could teleport on my face. So he does end up not killing me, but getting a lot of like value off of it, you know, chaining supers, getting more to his next hypercharge. Kirito does go again alone for some reason. I don't know why he did that. Honestly, like I'm giving him a lot of shade, but like it's a really torture BB game. I don't know why you would first pick BB. Like that's your aggro, your space maker. If your space maker is having a torture game, it's gonna be really hard for you to play. They just kind of expected that with the gray comp they could win, but we took the M's from them, so like I guess it kind of like squandered their like idea. So here we kind of get really good hypers, and Kirito again dies because there's just nothing he can do. It's a completely torture BB game. There's not a single brawler here that he can kind of run into, so really bad from him in my opinion. But yeah, so we kind of just I got a really good hyper here as well. Like what's really good about this is that I actually use it at a different time than my Chester has hyper. Get a decent slow off on Poco there. Luki might have had to save that for the BB, but I do know I'm close to super, so it's not too big of a deal. And I'm also close to chaining once I hit like an extra shot. Yeah, I'm really close to chaining my super as well. So they just go again together. No, then they don't go together. I also missed the slow, unfortunately. Kirito's in a really good position right now. Really bad hyper from Ale. Loki could have cost us the game, but because he didn't hit anybody and like they weren't really grouped up. It was like not the most optimal hyper. But yeah, Diego's doing really good at healing us and keeping us alive. Like I haven't even been talking about what Diego's been doing all game. Like he's actually doing so much. But it's because like they have no damage to kill him, so like you won't see the value directly. Like he's kind of just throwing puddles on himself and like supering their opponents and like getting really good value because they don't have enough damage to kill him. So really good by us so far, and we do take the set right here. Diego does really good there to take the set. And we do take round 1 against Nova. Let's go on to the next draft and the next set. Okay, so here we have Pinhole Punt. We are Leon, Otis, Kenji against Finks, Mortis, and Crow. So in my opinion, you'll see later in the draft, we don't figure it out at the exact moment, but we do basically, in order to win, have to have the Kenji laning Roledu, or whoever's playing Mortis, actually. We have to have Kenji laning Mortis because if Kenji isn't laning Mortis, Mortis is going to do way too much against the Leon and does way too much against Otis because Otis won't have mute for 24/7. Also, once I kill the Mortis, basically, like, the interaction becomes free because all I have to do is just walk up the map. So, let's see how this set plays out here. So, I'm going to go back to the start, actually. So basically, in the start here, they didn't even show the whole thing actually. It's kind of like robbery. I also, by the way, I'm on a pay to lose Kenji skin. This Kenji skin is not nearly as good as like the default because basically like the super from the default skin is like a fish. It's really hard to tell where that fish is landing, but because of this super, like it goes directly, like you know where it's gonna hit. It's easier to dodge, so it's pay to lose. Unfortunately, I didn't figure that out like until like later, so a little bit like dumb for me, but it's all good. It's still a cool looking skin, so it's not like terrible, but like Rora, there's a lot there to get the kill there. Pretty good by him. Kirito is holding mid pretty well. So at this point, I try to go for Kenji. I'm sorry, Mortis, and I do pretty good against Mortis. You'll see like my supers are genuinely so bad on Kenji, and this is like a thing, like a consistent thing throughout all the sets. Like I think I played Kenji again, and I genuinely played so bad at Kenji. Like oh my gosh, it makes me want to vomit. But yeah, like I look he gets like kind of fodderized there. I look go for Kirito here. I look miss my dash too. Like what am I doing? Like I look just had to auto him that, and like I look hit him, but I get like Loki I lost, and then like Diego gets a good hyper on the Mortis preventing the goal. And Ala's in mid right now with super, so he can kind of go for whoever he wants. He should, if in this position, be going for left lane. He should be going for the Crow or the Finks if he supers. But he kind of gets frauderized by Roledu again. Kind of obvious he was going to do that, I guess, but he didn't know, so it's fine. Loki kind of a wasted mute from Diego. There's no way we stopped that, but I guess maybe like we just kind of it's all good. Like he probably just like got a little nervous there. It's all good. So yeah, at this point, I was like, let me go. Okay, I was a little too late actually, but at that point, I was like, let me go for the Kenji. I mean, I don't know why I keep saying Kenji. I just need to go for the Mortis. Once I go for the Mortis, the game will be a lot easier. So you'll see here the adjustment that we make. I realize I can't really win onto the other two, especially a Crow that like saps my healing. So into the next game here, although he got fodderized because the Crow helped him, but Diego was able to clean up really nicely. Unfortunately, because he's on damage reduction, he isn't able to get the Crow because the Crow's on damage reduction star power. Ala's kind of dead here because there's just nowhere he can go. Like he's kind of just fully pinched and dies. It's all good though. I'm waiting in the back here because I want to know where the Mortis is going. So once I know where the Mortis is, I kind of just follow his lane. I think he knows and he tries to switch, but like it's just not gonna happen. Like I'm not gonna let that happen. Um, so we kind of use Leon. Like this is why Leon Gadget is really good. So when our Otis has the mute, he can go on the Mortis lane and catch him lacking and kill him. But when he doesn't, I should be on the lane for Mortis. So Ally is doing a really good play here. I think Pain might have known. I don't know where the hell I'm supering. Genuinely, where the hell am I going, bro? Like, can somebody tell me where I'm going? Like why is bro supering this? Like, I don't understand. But anyways, I do end up getting the kill on Kirito because I had the invincibility. I was able to get my extra, like my 2K shot off of him. So in this position, I'm just trying not to get marked by the Crow because I won't be able to win the Mortis interaction if I get marked by the Crow. And like Roledu kind of does it really bad. Like I don't know why Roledu did that. Like I don't know why he used his gadget really early. He could have won the interaction if he didn't because I did run him missing my super too. So Diego gets a really good play here. Kind of misses the mute. It's really unfortunate from that play, but we do still kind of have mid control. I go for Kirito because I want to get the ball back. Like that's like my objective. I want to get the ball back. Sorry, I want to get the ball back, and then I think I'm able to do something. Okay, no, I didn't end up using super there. I didn't end up doing anything against Rodo actually, so I think we might actually concede here. No, Diego gets a really good clear there, but it's just not going to be enough. They're going to end up scoring here, so we are about to lose this set. But watch this reverse sweep in the set. Like one like mirror because we look he got like reverse sweep this game, but like watch how we like made the changes. So first of all, I don't know what Roledu was aiming at. Basically, like my game plan was once he hypers, I'm gonna hyper him so that he can't get any value from his hyper or chain. But for some reason, he completely breaks the hyper, so my hyper also in turn isn't as valuable. I do end up killing him regardless though, and I do super Pain. I get the kill on Pain. Loki a little unnecessary for me to do that. I don't think it was like something I should have done, to be honest. But it's all good. So in this position, we kind of just have control here mid. Again, Diego's pushing into the Otis because into the Mortis because we can kill him, and then he kind of dies to the Crow. Couldn't get the pass off in time because he didn't have any ammo. In this position, we kind of just hold mid because we know we can't score from this position. We have to wait for him to all be respawned first, and then like yeah, I played really aggressive into this is when I think I did really good here. I played really aggressive into the Mortis. So I knew I could win his matchup, and if I'm on the Mortis, we basically win the game. So that's kind of what I wanted to keep all game. I'm a little scary with the super. I don't know like why I aimed it there. I should have just used it, but once I like just get little slashes off, he's gonna get impatient and try to get a kill, and then like yeah, nothing he can do works. And I kind of just killing him. My teammates are getting pushed back, but they do waste the Things Sabotage. Diego does go up and passes me the ball, and I do score the goal. And we now are in a 1-1 for the set. And let's see the next game. So here is set 3 match, not match point, but point for the set, I guess. Roletta does a lot there. Look, I didn't like how he did that, all that, like in one little play. So in this position, like I'm kind of pinched here. I want to back up. I want to heal. I want to survive. Diego's low-key dead here because like he kind of pushed up and tried to get the kill on the crow there, so he kind of just dies. Um, I do kill the. We do. Me and Ali do kill the Mortis there, which is really good from us. I get a good super enough on the crow, which allows Diego to also get his super off and basically just like farm that guy. So in this position, we should score. Good goal by Diego. Loki could have played that better. I guess I was just tanking for him, which we don't really have to do against the Mortis. It was more for the crow. But good gadget by Diego to make them like in the same area, which makes it very obvious for me. So we kind of just chill from this position. I do go for my matchup against the what's it called? Against the Mortis. We do end up killing him. And then I go for I knew I had the damage gear, so I knew I could kill Kirito there. So we do end up killing him. We have control and we have a goal, so that's a really good position for us. Now I know that again my matchup is Mortis. As long as it's like this is why they lost this game. They low-key could have won this game if they put the Mortis and the Crow on the same lane so that they can kind of 2v1 me. They would win every matchup. But because the Crow and the Mortis are separated, and they might have noticed it right now actually, I can win the matchup every single time. It's basically how much my teammates can occupy. I have really good hyper for me that allows us to score this goal. Really, really good by me. And eventually we do take sets. So now we're up 2. You just got to win one more to win this game. But you'll see what happens, I guess. I really don't want to go over this, but we're going to have to because for the video, of course. So I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, chat. We're back with the out in the open draft. So this is set 3. If we win this out, we do go on to fight the Vegeta's team, the upper bracket. But look at the draft. So they first pick Brock, kind of dangerous. We do have Angelo 2-3, so we do take that. Now this is where I kind of like we listened to Diego. Diego suggested that we go Pro because Pro's really, really good against Angelo. And we were like, it's not really him, but like we as a team were like really scared of having to fight a Pro, which I don't think we should have been. I think the best pick here was Meeple because Meeple's really good against really good with the box. You can get a lot of space. Not too good against Brock, but it's really good for mid control. So unfortunately, I didn't really agree with the like at the end of it, like obviously like it didn't turn out good, but I don't know if I liked it or we played it well at all. Also I was on the wrong gear on it too, which didn't help at all. But they ended up going Meeple too. They have really good control, and then they ended up last picking Fang. So as you can see, if you take a look at the bans, the only really Fang counter that's open is Charlie. Nothing else can really counter or like stop the super. So I think it was I don't know why that box came up actually. I think it was really bad for us to take Charlie last. I think the best approach we could have taken is just to disrespect the Fang and go like a brawler like Byron, which was actually banned, but like any other sharpshooter, I mean. Like it could have even been Nani, something that just like, long ranges it and doesn't feed it a single shot to the super. That way we have something to break open mid, we have something to max range the Fang, just don't feed him anything to super. That was the best way I think we could have played it. We unfortunately forced the Charlie, which you'll end up seeing doesn't really have any good matchups in this entire game. So we do end up like kind of having like a pretty bad draft here. Like in hindsight, we should have went like a max range like sharpshooter, but we do end up taking this. So let's see how it goes. It's gonna go pretty bad actually, to be honest, because like again, like look at our lanes right now. It's kind of like I guess kind of easy for me to be able to kill Kirito, but like again, he has to overstep, which he's not gonna do. He has a box to break our grass, which means I can't really sneak on him. And Diego can only really do so much against the Fang. Eventually, he's gonna get super. Alec can also only do so much against the Brock. Really hard lane for him to win. Like everybody just has hard lane. Maybe if I poison him there, he dies, but no, he has 2 HP. I do end up getting caught lacking as well. Not too good from us. We do end up losing this round really easy. I'm just gonna skip forward here because we do end up losing the round. Yeah. Diego's farm is super from that, which is really good from us. Ali, so we do try to switch lanes. We try to put the Meeple against the Charlie because the Charlie spiders would help, but it still is in range for the Brock to help out when you drop the spiders. So like it's really just not good in general. So kind of bad from us. Let's see here. So Pearl is laning like the Brock again. It's really torture, but I really can't do anything here. We do end up like losing this game pretty badly. I kind of want to skip forward because like it's just genuinely an out draft. Yeah, nothing we can do. Let's go on to the next game here. Same kind of thing. I think what happened this time is you see what I did against Kirito here. He not only did he miss the box, he didn't really hit me, so he didn't know where I was. He didn't think I'd be in there. I get the burn off him, and then we kill him. We have a really good kill on the Kirito there. We also get a really good kill on the Brock. So now in this position, I was like, let me get my super, because once I get my super, I can break open our swamp. But I didn't end up getting my super. So it didn't really serve us anything. We didn't end up getting it. We got Charlie Cocoon, which is also pretty good, but it doesn't do nearly as much because you're not laning the Fang because the Fang is on the left lane. I try to do the same thing. Keith ends up backing up. Kind of a bad burn by me, honestly, but there's only so much I can do into this matchup. Um, so yeah, I kind of just get screwed over here, die again, and I like really die pretty badly because I like at least wanted to get my super. So they're gonna lose this interaction here. Go on to the next game right here. Now this one here, I think it just I think I just died first again, honestly. Or like Ale like is doing honestly the best he could. Really good shot from Diego. I don't even know how he hits that. Um let's see here. So my like my our position right here is really good. Like we should technically win the set from this position because like my position is good. But then again, Kirito gets hyper, they get full space. We have to respect it. Now they basically kind of reset their position, which means we have to kind of get like that same start, which is impossible. Really good shot from Diego to hit on the meeple, get him really really low, and then Rolando is just in a really dangerous spot. You know, like really like unfortunate miss from what's it called? Really unfortunate miss from me to like not realize he would be in that little corner waiting to try to get it to get Diego, but he does get the timing. The dude take the set, so that is knockout. Kind of unfortunate the draft, so we'll have to see in the next set. Okay, so here is our hot potato game. The bans are pretty good. The draft is like okay. Low-key, I really don't like our draft that much because it's really defensive and our only damage is Barry, which can do a lot on attacking, but as you can see, there is an Amber and a Nita, which means we really can't deal with the bear as much. And I can diff Amber mid with Ruffs, but the problem, as you will very well see, is that she's just gonna go back and heal, and I won't be able to push her. So Ronaldo does come up mid. I hit some decent shots on Ronaldo. He does end up dying, and it's just Amber now. Diego does go up for damage, and I try killing the Ambers as best as I can. I low key shouldn't have super that. I might have had to break open the wall there, which is sitting behind. We do end up getting the kill regardless, though. Pretty good for my team there. So in this position, yeah. So in this position, our lanes like just basically yeah, right there was really bad from Ali because he needed to save his 3-4 to kill the Kaze. He didn't do that, so we ended up losing that interaction there. Got shield crack off of that. That's the only way we really can win is if the what's it called the Chester defends really good against the Kaze, but he's really not doing like it's also like not an easy game. Like it's not an easy matchup to play, so it's like not like really like it's okay like if he messes up. And I know like also like he's not really a Chester main either. When you play a full control comp, like it's kind of hard for him to get like because he doesn't play like a lot of the aggros that like especially because they took Kaze, so it's okay. But Kaze does come in here. Goodbye Ali to kill the Kaze, but then Amber does get hyper. This game is basically already over. We can't really like do anything. Diego comes down to heal me. He'll charge another super from doing that as well. So good from him. They have me to hyper. What are we bombing? Really unfortunate bomb, but the game is basically already over. So like it's kind of fine to like I guess like throw it away. But yeah, like our record on hot potato is genuinely dreadful. Like I think we lost every single hot potato set in this entire game. Part of it is because I didn't know how to play Lily until against Vegeta's team, and I still ended up selling. So good from the other team there to take that round. Let's go on to the next set here. So our start this time is gonna have to be the same. There's just no better mid than Dog in this mode, in my opinion. Like Dog is just the best mid. Um, we kind of just control them, and also Dog is really good because like a lot of the comps get behind these really annoying invincible walls and just be annoying, and Dog can deal with that really well. So um, pretty versatile brawler to take. Also has a buff for the teammates, but we didn't even end up taking an aggro, so it's kind of just like not playing the advantage of our comp, I guess. But Kirito does end up dying there. Really good from us. And again here, like I want to help Ale with the Kazi because I know it's not an easy matchup, but I also have to hold my mid. And Diego's Loki getting um Loki kind of getting struggling with the Nita there, but he does end up escaping, which is good from him. So the Kaze is just like playing around the Rosie with Alid, like really annoying brawler to be honest. But as long as I break open that like those walls, like it'll be fine. So I do have my hyper. I just had to put it there. Like I don't know why I did that. Like to be honest, like the best break would definitely be to break literally where they're playing right around the Rosie. It's the most annoying thing in the game. But I guess it's all good. The set is Loki not even over yet. Loki just started, but they have full control. Diego goes up for damage. Alice kind of just like holding as much as he can. He's like without the Kaze, he doesn't really beat anybody else, so it's kind of like hard for him. Um, Pain is doing way too much on the Amber here on lane. They do end up breaking like our second shield here, I believe, because I actually killed him, which is really good for me. But I don't stop them breaking me the crack, and he does use a good gadget from the Nina to stop all that. Decent. I mean, you didn't get the bomb explosion, but decent hyper from Ale to stop them from pushing, like just cut their push out. In this position, like yeah, it's just kind of really hard for us to get up on the safe. I think Diego, no, 1% off of getting the crack, which is pretty unfortunate. But he doesn't like Loki get burned there. I don't know how Loki got burned there, but it's fine because him taking damage helps him charge his super more. So it's actually not the worst situation for the Barry to be in. He almost got super recharged but didn't, so ended up dying with like hyper. And like at this point, it's basically just over. Like I didn't like how we had to play our comp this time, to be honest, but it's all good because we do go next on to set 5, which we do end up losing, but I do think it was a lot more even, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, for this one, let's take y'all through the draft as well. So look at the bans so far. The global bans are kind of weird. So Nova Esports global ban for Shade. You can tell they really like Shade. So we've basically been banning Shade every single set. I think you might have even seen on the open. We didn't ban Brock or Angel. We banned Shade because we want to just take them off Shade. I don't know. For some reason, Diego knows that Kirito is really, really good at Shade. So they global ban for it too. And we just take it off every single time. We take off Colette as well, and we also take off like they ban for every single time. Like they ban for like these are bans for Shade. Like they Shade benefits from these bans. Like all like these 5 bans like benefit for Shade. So yeah, it's good from us for taking that out. We also take out Lily because we don't like how like Lily can get like really good hyper charges and like just be a very like annoying brawler like with the aggro. And then like also Colette, obviously Colette needs to be banned. They do end up taking Otis 1, which is like pretty standard and typical. We do think that Chester is the better anti-tank though. So we do end up taking Chester into it, and Meeple. Meeple's a really good bid against Otis. You can really win like not like you can win frequently against Otis mid because he's like a burst brawler and you're a single shot brawler, so you can like win usually, and your shots literally auto aim, so it's kind of dangerous. So they do go Mo. Mo is a really good pick against these two brawlers because Mo does actually beat out the Chester and overwhelms the Meeple with the drill. So like their obvious pick is that they're gonna go an aggro last pick. They're gonna take like an aggro that is gonna be able to like for either the Mo or the aggro is gonna bait the Meeple Sun, and then the other one goes in and gets the kill on the Meeple is their game plan. So they do end up taking Ali. Now this is a pretty good Ali matchup, but in my opinion, Chester is supposed to counter Ali if you play it right. Like I know Kirito is not gonna play Ali like he's not gonna time out his shots. Like he's gonna just spam it when he's on top of you, which means that the Chester with his 3-4 is gonna be able to kill the Ali every single time. But as you will see in the game, that is not what happens. We decided on taking Kenji last pick. The reason why we went Kenji is because Kenji does beat out all these brawlers basically. Like it's not a terrible Kenji game. The problem is with Kenji here is that like Otis mute gets value, which previously wouldn't have gotten much because like what are you gonna mute? Or like what value do you get from muting any of these? But I do think it's like not that terrible of a pick. It also has a really good hypercharge that can like do a lot of like value and put a lot of work in. So we do have to see how this game goes. I am on Mo lane, and like my strategy is just trying to kind of just like run him down with my lane spawn trap, be annoying as hell. But let's watch here. So the commentator is actually watching the bottom side here. So Diego's really low right now. What's really bad from Ale is that he's not playing with the Meeple. He's like trying to like take on the lane by himself, which as you can see, like he does good there. But it almost like really didn't work out, so I was like a little scary there. So I do end up like wasting the Mo drill there and survive actually, which is really good for me to survive there. But Ali does get caught lacking by the Ali, which again like you just can't have like you gotta be surviving when every interaction as a Chester because then you feed super, you feed hyper, and then she can sneak on the Meeple. Like it's really weird. So you gotta either bodyguard the Meeple or just don't feed the Ali. It's got kind of a weird game to play. Kirito though does not have super for somehow he just doesn't have super. But then again, like he just is getting too much value off on the Chester. Goes Inmiz there. I think Diego knows, And I try to come up and help. He does actually. I could get the kill here. They do have Mo Hyper now, which is not the best for us. And Otis is holding a lot of gems. Like in this situation right now, it's like really not favorable for us. Like I feel like the problem here is that I needed to go in the left lane or just get in their spawn faster. Like kind of a really bad super for me. Ali, we're ignoring her because we just think we can like ignore the Ali, but she ends up getting the last gem. We end up picking it up from her though, not too big of a deal. And so in this position now, Ali gets a really good kill on the Ali there, holds his ammo really well, and goes in the open too. The thing is about Ali is that when you go in the open as a Chester, she literally can't kill you. She has to be in the grass or close to the grass to jump on top of you. So you can still win when she's in the grass. It's very hard though. So just stay out of the grass, be on top of somebody, like help them with the interaction. So in this position, now the hard part is just gonna be, can we stop ourselves from getting jumped while also doing good value? Like I don't know why I'm laning the alley here. I'm not gonna be able to like win the alley lane like very frequently unless I have full HP. Good for Diego to stun him and kill him. But again, he wastes his stun. There's a Mo Hyper on the field. Ali has Hyper here, so in this position, he can make sure they don't get any gems because with the Hyper from like by holding this lane with his Hyper charge, if either the Mo or the Otis pushes, he can just super them and kill them unless Mo uses super. And we get a lot of value from that. So I do try to end up like I try to bait Mo to use a super there, which he ends up doing. I do end up doing that, which is good for me. I end up dying though and missing my super, which is like kind of like L mechanics, I guess. But then again, like I'm looking not even a Kenji. Like looking like I'm not a Kenji main. I kind of want to become a Kenji main though, so like I'll start learning it now. But yeah, Meatball does end up dying there unfortunately, and Kirito does have our gems. There's really nothing we can do from this position. It's basically over. We do go on to the next round. So in the next round, as you can see, I am in this position again, in the top area, and again, like Ali's really not doing a good job at defending this Meeple. Like he needs to be defended. Like, and then again, like look at that. Like that's pure diff right there. Probably from tilt to nerves that mistake happened. But then again, right, you just gotta be winning those interactions. I don't know what else to say. Like whenever she lands, you shoot her, and then whenever she jumps in the air again, you shoot her. Or else we just won't be able to win. So in this position, I'm like, okay, let me go left because the Mo is holding me pretty well with the Otis. So let me try going like either I deal with the alley or I go for the through the left side. So yeah, like not looking too good for us right now. Genuinely looking like we're low-key looking lost right now. I mean, Ali like look a little bit lost. So Ali does go in their spawn trap or like in a position in their spawn trap. I do push up here on the Mo. I get the Mo kill. I get muted by Otis. For some reason, I thought he would like not mute me and I'd be able to use my super before, but it did not work. Ali misses stun. Also misses another shot, but does end up getting the kill at the end, so it's not terrible. In this position now, I want to go up the left lane because not only is Mo there, but it connects directly to their mid. So if I get their left lane, I get a lot of pressure. But it didn't end up happening. I think maybe I survived here against. Okay, I do like decent. That's really good for me actually. So what happened here on the Kenji is I tried killing the Mo. It didn't work. So I just auto my super. For some reason, it did. I did. I'm getting hit with that, and then I like genuinely kited Kirito over here. I got a super off, and I threw it at the Otis. The reason why I threw it at the Otis and not the Ali is because not only can she dodge my super in the grass, but he needs to die. He's the one that needs to die. They have 8 gems. He's the one that needs to go. So everybody kind of just like really like kills him. And then really good stun from Diego to get us the gems. I do take 3 and we go back. And I think at this point the set is already won. So it's basically just over. We do end up winning the set from this position. I mean, sorry, not the set, the round from this position. And then we go to match 3. So match 3, I realized I want to go from the left, not to necessarily contest the alley, but just to be in their spawn a lot more. I might be able to diff the Kenji if I do it right. The alleys if I do it right, but I don't end up doing it right. He does get his damage gear diff on me, so he'll end up killing me in the first interaction. But we do have 3 gems. It's a better start from us. Chester is now holding gems because Dairy Gamer really can't hold it with Meeple. Misses the stun there, which is a little unfortunate. But so in this position right now, like I get a really good kill on the Mo. He should have low-key used his drill there so I don't get in their spawn. Look at how much Kirito, look at how much Roletta has to back up there in that situation. Low-key, if I use my dash on him, I think I kill him. But because I didn't, I thought I was on the move away shot, like the dash shot. So I low-key shot to the right, which didn't hit anybody, and like Loki didn't do anything. But I do end up wasting the most drill, which is really good because if he used a theory, he gets space, but he used a theory, basically wasted it. Really good from Ali here, like really good value from the Red Chester there to kill them, but yet end up dying to the He does end up dying to the guy, and I get a really good play here. I want to go over this play, so let me just go over this one more time. So the Chester does end up dying, but it's all good because like the Meepo finishes off the kill. And then I get my, like, I dodge a lot of the Rodada shot. Like, I see he's alone and I go for him, and then I hit a nice double slash. I get the gems and I run back. Now, here's the problem. For some fucking reason, sorry for cursing, but for some fucking reason, I decide to go for the alley in this lane. Genuinely, why did I do that? Like, I have no idea why I did that. Like, genuinely, for some reason, I tried to contest him. I had my little shield on, so I thought I would be able to, like, survive 2 or 3 shots from him. Like, I thought I'd be able to tank his big shot and, like, you know, like, dash away and, like, kind of diff him. But it did not end up working, as you can see. Kirito does take the gems. We do still have 8 gems. So it's not over. They did also waste Mo Hyper, so we know the game is not over. We have the majority of the gems. We should, from this position, be able to win. Now, I do know that, like, in this situation, especially without my shield, I can't win against the alley. But it doesn't matter to me because I do end up still getting the alley. And then right there, I should have hypered because I had it. I should have hypered. I would have probably hit the Otis another time. But I do end up killing the alley there. That's really good because it forces Rolette to use his hyper. He misses his immune entirely. And I get us our 10th gem. Now, here's the mistake that we made. So, Ali, for some reason, was getting really scary on the left lane. He should have went up to press the Mo and give us more space to go down left. Because if we go left, they get no pressure from mid, and Ali can't do anything. But because not only do I have no HP, Diggle also kind of runs in my area for no reason. I don't know why. Like, we just needed to go left here. Like, we all kind of just go mid for some reason. And then Ali's not getting a space, so we basically just get team wiped here and we lose the entire set. So that's how we get reverse swept. It's like kind of unfortunate and nothing we can do from this point, but we are in a loser's bracket against Sunny's team once again. So that is the next game that we will be going over. Okay, so here is the first match of the loser's bracket against the team that we had in our group again, Chile Morrones. Again, we play Kit. We like playing Kit a lot on Gem Grab when it's open because it's really broken. Honestly, the hyper is just insane. We do have Stu mid, which Loki has free game. Like, this is genuinely a free Stu game. Like, I don't know how they're going to contest that. And also, like, it's, like, not too easy for the M's or, like, the Fang to do anything. So, they do have a lot of controls, so they can really find where I am very easily. And I won't be able to get that much value. But once I get my hyper, and the game is over. So, again, we do still have our win conditions. They still have theirs. Let's see how the game plays out. So, in the first, you can see I kind of wasted my gadget there. He clocked me, knew exactly where I was gonna go. Ella's doing really good at getting their gems, and we kind of have a really good position so far. Like, we have gems. Ella's alone, but for some reason, Bobo goes for him, knowing, like, I don't know, like, he should have known he couldn't have killed him no matter what because he has dashes. Maybe he's just trying to get his hypercharge. I do go for Rezik, so you see, like, that was an example there of sometimes kits, like, they just like to use their supers to get closer, not to actually hit him. Because if you hit him, like, if I were to hit him, not only would I feed Mo's super, I wouldn't get the kill on the M's. I wouldn't even get close. So by doing that, I get 3 slashes, which feeds me more to my hypercharge, which is all that matters. All I want to do in this game as Kit is just die as much as possible, getting as much hyper value as possible. That is my entire job as a cat. So that in mind, we basically in this position, we have really good lane on the right. You know, we have good vision on the Fang. Fang can't really push. And I'm just trying to hold out this Mo. I jump behind him. That was low-key, I think, a mistake, but it ends up playing out. Like I said, I just want to die as much as possible, getting 3 slashes every time I jump. If I do that, I'm doing my job. Ali does really good here going for the gem. Although he probably wouldn't have gone for that. He does really good there going for the gem. I do jump on the Fang, though, to actually kill him. I also get an extra slash off of that. Rezik low-key overextended there. I don't know why he did that, but we do have 10 because of that. And Fang does have super. At this point, I just need to just throw myself on somebody to trade. I do that on the Mo. I died to Rezik, but it's already over. He can't kill the... Shit, maybe he can. Okay, well, he does end up getting the kill, but it's fine. We still have Stu. We have Stu Hyper, so in this position, like, it's still kind of torture for them to win. Really good stun by Diego to catch Sunny lacking, and at this point, yeah, like, it's just over. Once you have the Cat Hyper, there's nothing you can do. We have 10 gems in this one. Let's go to the next side of this game. So the next round, I try to play a little bit more against the Mo, because once he gets drilled, it's really hard for us to do anything. And plus, like, if I can get myself on him, like you see, like, that guy just, like, looks, like, really weird to people. Like, basically, like, what I thought would happen with that Sunny would be, like, Sunny would overextend into me, he'd push into me, and I tried to, like, go back around, like, to catch him, like, in a position like this, but it just genuinely did not work out, and I look really stupid doing it. He does end up getting drill. I told Ali about it, but he ends up dying anyways. It's fine though because Digga gets a really good play on the Otis there, killing the M's. helps me a little bit kill the Mo. And then again, so we have all of our grass in the spawn, really good control. All we gotta do is just chill and wait for the Mo and wait for the cat hyper. That's all we really gotta do. Kind of play defensive when they have their supers and stuff, and just try to get as much. So at this point, I saw opportunity of going through mid, I think, with the cat. But I ended up going for the Mo because once Mo is dead, like I said, like we kind of have our spawn. Bubba goes in when Otis has hyper. I don't know why he did that, but whatever, it's fine. Um, so in this position right now, as a cat, I tried going for the gem carry. So I do end up getting the kill on Rezik, but I don't end up getting away with it. I do get an extra swipe at the end there, which feeds me a lot to my hyper. It's really, really good for me to get that. A little dangerous here because Diego is now carrying gems, which means that like a Mo hyper Loki could do like kind of disgusting things to him. So Loki, I thought I would get an extra swipe off on that Fang. Kind of bad kill for me because now Rezik is carrying the gems. The Fang can play aggressive again. Not really the most favorable interaction. Only wanted obviously get the trade when we would get the gems, which is like kind of unfortunate. But it's all good. And we do have 9 gems at this point. Diego does have super. Fang can't push Diego. Rezik is really pushed back. Once we get the 10th gem, Ale picks it up, which like they kind of picked it up a little late, which kind of made me scared. I thought at that point like it was over, like they couldn't get, but they could they could look at tie at that point. I don't know why that was so hard for me to say. They could tie from that point, but wasn't the case because they had 7, so it wasn't the case. So I do just jump on that guy. My teammates like it's a little scary here because M's hyper, but there's no way she can do anything in this position. Really good mute from Diego. I don't know how he hit that, but that is set 1. Oh my god, no, never mind. So this is kind of dangerous because they do have 10 gems. Like they low-key tie here. But like I said, Kit Hypercharge is really broken. You can't stop that. So I do jump on Bubbo here. The reason why I jumped on him was because I knew I could catch him blacking. And he wouldn't have the reaction time to jump back. And they needed more gems anyway, so he wouldn't work anyways. Then I jumped on Sunny because like once you kill like a very fat brawler, it's really easy for you to kill like you chain with Kit, so like I'm able to get 2. Loki, like I barely ran out before though because I popped my hyper a little early. I barely ran out, so in that situation it was kind of bad for me to like use my hyper early. I lost some value with it, but it's fine because we do have 13 gems and like at this point there's nothing they can do. We won the game. I don't know what Ali is doing. Bro's just flying around. It's all good. All fun and games. We do win this set. So on to the next. So here is the next draft. We banned Kenji. We basically banned for I think we banned for what's it called? We banned for M's. I think they just took M's or we banned for Otis. I don't even know who had first pick here. I think we had first pick because they picked Ali. But yeah, we do have the best anti-tanks in the game. So we basically picked Otis and Chester, and we are like, wait, with Otis and Chester, we can go like a really big control brawler because we have really good defense, and the control brawler would just kill the anti-tanks, while the anti-tanks would just defend the Naija. And that's exactly what ended up happening in this game, as you will see in a second here. So basically my job on Naija is just to try and kill the Lumi and Ems as much as possible, while also defending myself against the Ali at times, because she's an annoying brawler, and it's not a terrible matchup for her. Now, for some reason he does that. I think like that was kind of poorly played by Sunny because like with Ali, like when you don't have like when your first interaction, you should just try and get yours like you just try to just chip as much as possible. Like what I would have done in this situation with Ali, if I were to push in this situation, is I would have jumped. Okay, first of all, he missed the jump on the Chester, which is kind of bad. But I would have probably just like jumped and ran back, or like you see, like I would have dashed back. He would have survived there, and he would be one shot, and you'd be back on the grass. So the next shot you have would automatically kill him because you jump over him. He can't shoot you while you hit him. But it does end up dying. Diego Luki gets traded out here by the Ems here because Ems has gadget. In this position, I'm just trying to hold as much as possible. I gotta like time my healing as best as I can with shooting and scanning because I don't want them to score. They have a really dangerous position here. I do hit a good shot on Bobo twice, and then in this position it's really dangerous. I do use my snakes on the Naija. I'm sorry, on the M's there, which really helps me. Just really helps me like get some value. But they do end up scoring anyways. But I still think I had a good super, which lets me chain my second, like my hypercharge and my second super a lot faster. So right now I think the problem is that Ali, I should just not be on her lane. Like I just shouldn't be on Ali lane. I look, it doesn't make any sense. Really good mute by Diego in reaction time. I think he just understands the game too much. Like the guy like genuinely knew that the alley could come for him, so he needed to have like his super ready. Like he was just prepared for it. But the alley does get a really good position here. Like I low key could have passed it like back, but I auto aimed and I didn't think I'll get the ball, and like they low key scoring. So they low key win this first round here on set 2. Let's see how we change on set 3. So on set 3, you notice already that I'm not on the left lane anymore. I'm trying to play myself into the Ems and the Lumi because those are my only matchups that I have on this entire game. So Sunny does kill Chester there. Pretty good play from Sunny there to kill the Chester and then get the goal. But at this point, I'm like, you know what, bro? I'm just gonna play her lane and shoot her when she pushes because she can't really push me with me in the center of my teammates. I do end up going on the right because they're all on the right. They're brawlers that I counter. I do kind of get iced there, which is like not good for me, but I actually clock Sunny there with the super, which gets me like a lot of value for like recharging my next super and also stopping their push. And in this position right now, it's a little dangerous because the alley is a little uncontested right now. I do get a good kill on Rezik though, which means we have our right lane completely free. I pass the ball. Sunny notices like really, really well, but unfortunately, Ali does have his 3-4 bell shot orientation, does kill the kill on Sunny and scores. So in this position, Sunny does have super. Now we got to be careful with that because he can get a really good kill. For some reason, he didn't try to go sneaky. I think if he goes sneaky low-key, he kills, but he just tried to play a little aggressive, which I don't really know if that makes sense to me. But he does get the kill anyways. I have really good snake value though. I kill Ali kills with his poison, the alley, and I kill Ems there with my poison, and I have hypercharge in this position. So, oh, actually, the game is over already. So, we do win pretty comfortably there. I did almost have my hyper, so it would have been like that, also been a win condition as well. Let's go into the next game here. So, this game in this position, Ali like kind of catches the icer kind of poorly, but that's fine because they didn't push from it. They don't want to push into a Ninja. It's okay for him to do stuff like that. Sunny does catch my burn. I think low-key that's a bigger problem than it looks like. For him catching my burn or my poison or whatever it is there in that position is really bad because he loses all the pressure that he had when he's really low and like Diego can just one-shot him. He has to go all the way back and heal. At the same time, his teammates are doing really good pushing here mid, getting a lot of pressure. So it look, he kind of left them a little homeless because they didn't have much help. I do get a really good snakes on Rezik there. Rezik ends up dying, and then we have basically full control because Diego does really good against Sunny there to get the kill. At this point, we're just like, hold. Let's just hold because we have mid control. Really good for us. We have mid control. They can't really push into us. I can shoot behind walls. Like, you can't ask for a better situation, honestly. I do like just don't. I don't really know why I'm shooting at this like at the Gator. Like I should look if just be shooting at the other guys. But I just don't want him to push like and like get away with it. So like I kind of just like maybe shoot him once or twice just to make sure he just doesn't get away with it. Like he doesn't try to go for like free space like being greedy, but he usually doesn't. So just holding really well here. Our mid control, really, really, really well done by our teammates here. Like by the entire team just to hold this. I get a really good shot on Rezik. I'm close to super at this point, so like I'm not too scared to play aggressive like into the alley, especially like because I know how to play like alley. Like I know how the brawler works, so like I know like when he wants to go in and when he doesn't. Ali for some reason like genuinely gets diffed there. Like I don't know what he was doing there. Like I do end up killing the alley there though, which is really good for me. And I have my snakes as well. I think right there would have been a low-key good time to use my snakes, but it wouldn't have gotten a kill. So like I guess either judgment, like either situation would have been fine. But yeah. So in this position we have Diego hypercharge, which means basically one push from Sunny is going to be completely negated because we do have a hypercharge. Ali goes up and pushes for some reason. I don't know why he went so high, but I do end up killing Rezik with my snakes. Every time he supers, I look, he just use my snakes on him. So he just loses all the value he gets from his super. So Diego does low-key waste his hyper mute on Sunny. He could have killed him without it, but maybe he didn't have any ammo. He couldn't got the kill. But anyways, good judgment from him to get at least like, you know, the kill and like stop us from getting scored on because, you know, at this point in the game, we already know that, hey, we have range and we have overtime comp. So let's just chill and play for overtime. And once we do that, I think it'll be like a really good position. Like we don't even need my hyper snakes. Like as you'll see later, like you don't even need my hyper snakes. So anyways, I'm hitting a lot of shots this game. I hit one on him, and then look at this, bro. I bro, like that's like low-key a masterclass defense by me. I like want to hear what the commentator said too about that because like that was low-key a really good defense by me. Like I think I played that perfectly. Like I got one shot off Rezik, which fed me my hyper super, and then I immediately used it on Sunny to stop him from pushing because what happened with Sunny is he was pushing with the ball in his hand, meaning if he was gonna pass it to himself, he would be farther range. He would miss the pass to himself because he got too much space. He should have passed if he had the ammo, of course, right here to the wall while he was going up. Because he didn't, I knew I knew I could get the kill with the hyper snakes. I do end up getting the kill with the hyper snakes, which ends up actually winning us this set because at this point in time, they have nothing for the range comp. And we also have a Chester Hyper. Sunny goes invis to try to get some space. I do kill Bobo there. Sunny does end up killing me with the Hyper, but with the normal super, but it's fine. They have Hyper M's to win the game, but that's the only thing they have. They can't really use that to get any space. No one's going to run into that. Rezik just uses it to try and like get space, but it's again impossible. Really, really hard to do. Ale does Hyper there. And I think in this position, it should be a goal. But Diego Loki passed it a little too high. If he passed it lower, it could have been a super shot for the Ale, but it's all good. I used my snakes on Rezik there to get the kill on him. And then just try to chip down Bobo. Sunny is trying to do all he can to like super like save the goal. But I do pass like at the perfect time. Pass the Ale and Diego ends up scoring the goal. And we do go up 2-0 in sets against Chiles Morrones. So let's go to the next game. Okay, so here we go is our next set against Sunny's team. It is Hot Potato. I really, really don't like this map. We lost every single time on this map, by the way, in this entire tournament. So, like, we genuinely don't like this map. But, anyways, let's see what we can do. So, we know Ruffs is really good on this map, and it's a really good mid. But I don't actually remember if we had first or last pick here. I have to see what the bans, huh? Okay, look at the bans. Okay, so we had a last pick here. We do ban obviously Colette, because if Colette isn't global ban, you have to manually ban it. It's really broken brawler. Otis is a really good mid on this map. Don't want them picking it. And Crow too, because Crow with the hypercharge, of course, is really strong. Kind of can get ran down pretty fast, so I'm not sure if it's the best brawler to ban, but it's like honestly pretty strong. So what I'm noticing now is like, without even like remembering what they picked in this comp, honestly, is Colt is open right now, which is a little dangerous. So I do end up taking Colt first pick. So into that low-key, I might see how we take. I think Ruffs. Yeah, we just go Ruffs here, and then Loki Lily, I think. Yeah, we do take this. So the reason why we took Lily here is because Lily can get a lot of space. But okay, like the problem is that I didn't actually know how to play Lily until the game against Vegeta. Luckily, it didn't matter because we won all the games up until the point. Like we won all the games like to that point. I didn't know but then I watched actually Diego Game was him that posted a video about his scrims versus Crazy Raccoon, and then their first game against them, they picked Lily on this exact map, and I learned how to play Lily, and we almost won, but I freaking missed the super, like one shot, and we lost the entire set. So like it's very unfortunate how we lost that, like genuinely. But we'll get to that bridge when it comes, I guess. So yeah, they do take really good pick here, Nita. So Nita does a lot on this map, especially into Lily. Like you don't want to feed that brawler, like it's really annoying. And then BB is just like genuinely an annoying brawler. Like I really don't like BB because like you pushes you back, it's really annoying. I think the best pick looking back at it was probably Buzz, but we do end up taking Ems. So Ems is kind of a weird brawler because Ems defense is like pretty decent against Nita and BB, but it just doesn't do enough in my opinion. You can easily run it down still. Like you just bait the gadget and it can't do anything. So we do end up losing this game. As you can see, like I have some good plays where I go through mid, but the best thing for me to do is go on the left lane and just go invis and just go like, because by me going up, everybody else gets space. So in this point, I was like, I'm ignoring Sunny. I'm not defending that kid. There's no way I would be able to. And then on the top here, we have basically full control. We have a lot of damage on their save so far. At this point, I don't know why the spectator is watching Sunny. Like, okay, yeah, like we're genuinely running down their safe here, but then Rezik gets an insane double kill with his Cold Super. We low-key should have banned that brawler, bro. Like that brawler is so annoying. But he gets a really good kill. Definitely well played by him. Like low-key might have even saved him the set. They ended up winning this round is because of him. But yeah. So at this point, we're just trying to chill. I know I can just go in with my gadget. Like they have no crack. And we have also M Super for the BB, so the BB can't really get much value. Loki, not really. Okay, never mind. Really well played by Ali. I thought he had the other gadgets, so I was about to say bad play, but yeah, my teammates do end up closing it out here. We do end up winning round 1 of this little set here. And in round 2, I kind of play the same way. Like I get really good time. I don't know, like I've been able to do that really well. Like I'm getting really good timings where I just like barely go through like before his shot hits me, and I use my gadget at the perfect time and I get on safe. Again, the commentators for some reason watching Sunny from the safe instead of watching what we're doing. But there you go. Back on us. Now the problem is Nita has Bear. I think he is on the healing Nita Bear, but like it still doesn't matter because it's better for defense, honestly. So it's good for them. Diego gets a really good break on that side and a hit on Bobo too, which is really good. But for some reason, Bobo survives. Ali didn't know where he was, and Bobo does get a hyper there. Bobo's gonna probably be able to kill everybody. And then last crack. Nothing. There's not much you can do here with the Lily as your damage. once you just lose this much. And at this point, it's basically game over. We have lost this round. Going on to set 3, match point again. So on set 3, I tried going from the right side. And then the problem that I had is that I was trying to KD farm the Nita because I wanted to help Ale get on mid. But like, he ends up getting the trade too. But it just honestly wasn't a good decision. Also, Ali probably shouldn't have traded his life for like what was it, 16% of damage. It Loki wasn't worth it. And at this point, I'm just playing chill. I know, like Loki, I'm pretty sure it would have been better if I picked up the treat there. In my opinion, like I Loki should have picked that up. But do good so far. I use my super on Rezik, get the kill on Rezik, back up a little bit so I can do more damage on the safe. Really good job from Ali to get the crack there. We're doing pretty good. We are up 2 shields in this position. Sunny does get that one. Now we do have what's it called? We do have Ruff's hypercharge here. He does pick up his own treat so that he can get it again and also pick up get the damage buff as well. So this position is kind of dangerous for me because Boba Loki plays it really well. Like I survive on 2 HP, but he Loki plays it really well, like with the gadget, like surviving a tank, or tanking a shot. So I just want to use my gadget so I can get it again. My super so I can get the buff again. At this point, poor Diego can't really defend too much against the BB. The BB has hyper. The BB survives. Okay, no, she ends up dying. But then again, everybody's on my save, and we lost Hot Potato. Genuinely, one of our worst maps in the entire tournament. I really wish we literally almost won, man, on this stupid map. But it's whatever. I'll see you guys in the next set. So in the next set here, we have Hideout. So the global bans leave Mina and Kaze. So you either ban both Mina or Kaze, or you don't ban them at all. In this case, we decided to ban only Kaze here because I'm pretty sure the reason why we did this is because we were able to bait the Mina with Bell. So we ended up taking Leon, I think, but they do have first. We banned obviously Nyjah, Colette, really good first picks on this map. They banned Kit because they don't want to see to use that. Also, Jean is pretty good ban, but I probably would have preferred to ban for something. I think their problem is obviously they don't have a drafter. So these bans honestly aren't too good for first pick. You want to ban for something always when you have first pick, or else there's just no advantage to having first pick. In this case, they didn't. I don't know what they really banned for. They banned for Pierce. I mean, it's not terrible Pierce bans, but again, we have Leon. It's just too much open to counter Pierce to pick it first pick. Obviously, a good Pierce can carry, but in this case, it's just really hard to get that done. So we do end up taking Bell and Leon. Our logic was that Leon gets blue star and then Bell can defend with the mines. However, there is Mina, and this is a good Mina game, and Sunny is pretty good at Mina, so it's a little dangerous here for us to pick that. They do take Crow. I don't really understand why they went Crow here. Crow is never going to be able to get any value against, unless the Leon is pushing, which he won't be. He'll just be playing for blue and invis. That's the only value he's getting. He's just going to get farmed by me. And Sunny doesn't end up going the Mina here. So low-key last pick, we do have Meeple. If we're gonna have blue star, Meeple can literally never lose into Mina. But I don't know if we actually went that. I have to see what we ended up taking last. Okay, now we do end up taking Meeple. You basically can't lose into Mina with Meeple unless you just genuinely get call lacking. With a gadget, maybe you can lose it, but with the 3 shots, you cancel out the 4K. Mina can't do much. So I really like our draft so far, and let's see how it turns out. So off the start, we already have the lead. I don't know why the commentators didn't show that. I can go back to before that happened. Yeah, like the interaction. So Ali loses lead, but I get really good shots off, and Diego does also too. We genuinely just hit really good taps there to get the lead back. And then once we have the lead, now we can actually start using our strategy. You can just kind of play really chill, play for blue, play for our lead, and not play aggressive, and just kind of hold our lanes when we have them. Now, I was kind of waiting for Sunny to hit that trap. I kind of predict him really well with 3 shots, genuinely really well done by me to hit those shots. But I do miss the mark because I'm Loki got a little greedy. Loki wanted it a little too bad, but it's fine. I hit a really good shot on Sunny again. Just kind of not letting him push into me is the best I can do. It's kind of a hard matchup for him to play, but there is still a way he can win it if he plays it perfectly. Just holding my lane here. Ale on the right side there, they're just trying to hold their lane as well. Everybody's just trying to hold and survive. So Sunny does get in mid. I do have my hyper this time, so I do use my hyper on. Now, low-key, if I was Sunny, I probably would have gadgeted there, but I don't think he saw it coming. I probably would have gadgeted there to prevent that mark from hitting me. because he's not going to push anytime soon anyways. So there's really no harm in doing that. Now he's marked and it's going to be really hard for him to push my lane. Which, by the way, I'm not the brawler that's meant to counter him. The brawler that's meant to counter him is Meeple. So he's not even playing on my lane. He's not even he's playing on his matchup. I guess it's kind of hard to say because right, like he doesn't have either. Not every him like preferable matchups, but like I'd argue that it's a harder matchup into Meeple. So like he's playing the easier lane and like it's really struggling for him. So Ally does actually get really good super there, and then Poor Sunny tries to help out, but there's just nothing he can do in that situation to stop them. In this position, like the game is just over. I was hitting a lot of shots on the left lane and then just holding really well, stopping Sunny from pushing there, like from the left side. And the thing about our comp is that we can't switch our lanes. Like Meeple has to be on the right lane and Bell has to be on the left lane. If we switch, it's going to be like really hard for us to win. But we do end up taking round 1 of this set. Let's go see how round 2 went. So in round 2, let's see how the lead played out. Actually, I want to see how the lead played out specifically. So in this situation, Ali goes up for lead, doesn't get it, and gets 4K'd. But Diego gets 4K, which is kind of bad for us. I think he tried to time with his gadget, but I think might have been a little too late. So it's a little unfortunate. Bobo does end up getting really low here, and I'm holding my lane really well against the Pierce. So in this position, I'm just trying to get as much mines as possible, hit as many shots as possible. Pierce hits a good 3K. Ali's getting some feedings, like feeding a little bit off the Mina. Diego Loki overextends her, like kind of like unlucky that the Pierce had 3K there and that killed him and slowed him. A little unfortunate for him, but it's all good because the Mina is on his lane and he has super. So he can just get his super for like he can kill the Mina for completely free. I think the Mina knows that though, I'm trying to bait his super, but it didn't happen. Just had to leave because of the gadget. I do end up marking the Pierce there, which Loki isn't the best mark, but I know that I would have another super by the time I got my hypercharge. I Loki like got a little greedy there. I don't know like why I did that, but also like Loki Sunny shouldn't have. I feel like I don't know like maybe he could have gotten that kill out anyways without his super, but I wouldn't have used my super for that kill. So like it wasn't like the worst situation, but Loki I kind of overextended there, so it's kind of bad by me. Ali does go invis here. Diego does die to poison. I tap up Bobo really well there to kill him, and then Ali kind of gets pinched there, looking a little homeless in the corner. But that's fine, honestly, in my opinion. We are in a decent position. Obviously not the best, but I'm tapping up Rezik here, hitting a couple shots. So now at this point, I'm trying to switch my mark from the Pierce to the to the Mina. Ideally, I'd like to kill the Pierce before I switch my mark, because obviously, like, it helps having the most aggro brawler in the game marked. He ends up dying. Everybody ends up dying basically, except the Mina. So now in this position, we only need 1 kill. We drop the super, and then I mark the Mina because I know if we kill the Mina, we win the game. Really good task by Ali there. Very good for him to survive, and then Sunny overextended thinking he'd get the kill. And we ended up winning this round and the entire set here. We are on to the next round of the losers bracket, where I will see you guys in a second. All right, so here we are with our rematch against Nova Esports. So as you remember, they reverse sweeped us in the upper bracket, but then lost to Vegeta's team 3-1, I believe. And then now they're in the losers bracket again against us. So now we know, okay, this team bleeds as well. We can beat this team. And honestly, like I was a little like frustrated like when I got reverse swept, because like I felt like it was a really winnable game. We made a lot of like we just make a lot of dumb mistakes in really like crucial moments, and I feel like that's why we like don't like make as much progress as we should, in my opinion. But anyways, so if you look at the draft here, my opinion, we have a really good draft here. So we have Jean, Leon, and Angelo. So Leon and Jean are really good because Leon is really good at getting like Jean like pulls, because the invis, obviously you don't know where the Jean is, and like you can kind of get caught lacking. And then also they have Brock, Meeple, Fang. So they do have Fang. It's a decent Fang game, but like I said before, Fang is really beatable when you have range comps. So all you have to do is just not feed him his super, and so me and Diego have methods to stop his super. I can use my pull to stop his super, and Diego can use his jump to get away from him when he supers. The only one who doesn't is Alice. So if Alice pushes up and dies, it's really bad for us. So we told him to play really defensively this game and just only go for kills when you see them like 100%. And that's how we kind of like play this game. So as you can see, they have really good control in the start. We're just trying to hold. Diego's doing really a lot of work there on the right lane, getting a lot of pressure. I'm holding my mid, trying to get as much super value as possible, trying to get as many visions as possible. Like I'm just trying to mark people. I end up surviving here, so it's not like too deep. But I low key got really low. A little scary there for me, but it's fine. I just need to get as much supercharge as possible. We don't know where they are in that grass, so we try to shoot. So once we all know like where they are, Diego is able to push up a little bit more, but then again they go back in the grass. It's impossible to know. In this position, it's a little dangerous because they now have Brock Super, they have Meepo Box. It can get a little dangerous here, but Ali does push up a little bit. Pretty well done by him. Now, this is what's really good about that play, though, is because in knockout, when you do something like that right before the zone pushes in, that was really good timing from Ali to do that. Actually, I can't stress that enough. Like that was really good timing. Like he basically got them. Well, technically, the both of us got him really low there in that position where now Pain and Kirito have to back up and heal while the zone is pushing. So they're put under a lot of pressure because of that. They can't play on the left lane anymore, and they're pushed in, and we get the kill, and I have pull. So, in the next round here, we have our same lanes. I think there's like really not much you can change lane-wise on this map. We have our same lanes here. And basically, we just gotta chill. We have our pull. We know we win endgame, because they have no means to win endgame, in my opinion. We will win endgame because they have no range, really, and we can push into Brock. Like, it's not the worst matchup, but we basically just need the Leon turret to win the end game. So we are just waiting for that. Rolando is now on the left lane because he just honestly, like, he can't play against Angelo, to be honest. Angelo shooting him is really annoying, but the big problem is that Ali keeps using his turrets, and then the Brock is just keeping shooting his turrets. Like, you can't really have that. Like, we needed the turrets for pressure. Like, they're really important to our comp. So it's like kind of bad that he's doing that, to be honest, but it's all good in the hood, of course. Really good jumping by him, like really good kill to get that off, and Loki died, and like Loki I died too, but like because of how that interaction played out, because he went in and got extra damage on the Brock, got a lot of extra damage on the Brock, and because I died shooting the Fang, everybody was low, and Diego was able to 2v1. Because of that, we won this set without having to go to match 3, which either way, I kind of wasted my pull, so I don't know how it would have went. So now we are in the second round here of this match, and their lanes are a little wacky. I honestly don't think they know what to do in this situation. I don't know. I don't think they know what to do with the best lanes are, which is kind of sad because genuinely, like, I don't know if their lanes are just that good. I don't know. But anyways, we kind of like, take advantage really good here. Loki, I get boxed, but then I get freed, and like I'm Loki homeless because my Leon died early. But it's all good because as long as I get my super, that's all really that matters. Diego's just trying to charge as much hypercharge as possible before he dies, of course. Wants to get as much super as possible. Also try not to feed the Meeple super or the Fang super. So hitting the Brock is the only thing he can really do there. Diego does really good there to dodge the box. And now I have super in this position with Leon Gadget, so it's gonna be really easy for me to get a pull. I just gotta catch someone lacking. Luckily, I didn't get scary about it in this situation, but sometimes I get really scary with my pulls. What that means is like I like genuinely like hold it and like hesitate so much, and I miss my pulls. But luckily in that situation, I was able to see, okay, that Brock genuinely wants to get pulled, so I gotta go for him. Like, he was playing way too aggro, so I just went in for him. I pulled him. I got 3 shots off. Now I'm 75% to my next pull, which is really good. And in this position, we win this for sure because Ronaldo doesn't have the HP to push. He has a super, but he doesn't have the HP to push. Kirito boxes Diego, but it's just not enough, obviously. It's just definitely not enough. Kills him, and in this position, there's honestly nothing they can do. Roledu does go and die there. There's nothing they can do, obviously. The game's already over. Now we do go to a round 3 of this set, sorry. And now we just want to do the same thing. We don't, like, now that I know that I got the pull off the last time, I know they're going to be playing really scared. And it's really bad to miss your pulls, because when you miss your pulls, you lose a lot of space. Like, if I were to shoot a pull right now and I missed, they're able to play way more aggressively now, because I don't have the pressure that I would kill one of them instantly when they push up. So they know they're not going to play really aggressive. I'm just gonna wait for the right opportunity like I did last time to actually get like, you know, hit somebody. I do know that Brock isn't on jump, so I can pull him. But the end game kind of gets a little wacky here, I believe. Um because everybody obviously has util, it's match 3, everybody has util on round 3 of knockout. So it can kind of be a little bit dicey. In this situation, we're just waiting for Leon Gadget. He does have it, and at this point, we got to push up with it because the clouds are coming in. So that's literally like the last Leon Gadget we can get, I believe. He does go invis on the right. He's going for Kirito. He does get Kirito there, which is really good from him, and he chains as well. They low key like Diego low key left me to die there, but it's fine because Ali got the kill on the Brock, and now it's a 2v1. And this is a 2v1 that I don't believe Rolando can win. I like those his gadget like that because he's trying to tank the super from the Fang. Dies, but obviously Diego wins it. And that is match 1 of the rematch versus Nova Esports. Now for the next map, we are again unfortunately on this stupid app map. For some reason, this is the only heist map in the map pool for the playoffs. I have no idea why that is. There's literally not another heist map. I don't know why, to be honest, but whatever, I guess. They do take Kaze 1. As you can see, like, our bans are a little wacky. Like, we low-key banned for Kaze 1. Like we low-key wanted it, but like they took it from us. Like, low-key robbed it from us. I don't know why they did that. They low-key wanted it too, as you can see from their bans. So we do take Cord into that. Cord is really good on this map as well because you can push up with the grass and go in for damage whenever you want. And then we do take, as our second brawler, Lily. The reason, oh, we do take Bull, sorry. We take Bull too, actually. So we do take Bull because Bull is really good into Kaze. Like, you can basically defend really well with it. And this, they go Colt. Again, we low-key shouldn't have left that open. I think Colt was the best pick because Colt can defend a Kaze with a gadget that's really broken. Honestly, pretty, like, easily. So, like, we low-key might have had to take that, honestly. And then they go Macy. So Macy's a weird one because, like, it's like a hitting shots type of brawler. We go Tara at the end here. So this is a really free Tara game. But I honestly think I sold this game by myself because I got really scary with my pulls. Kind of like how I did on the Gene. I didn't want to miss anything. So I just didn't use it at times, which is kind of bad for me. I'm trying to like break out of these habits, of course. Now that I know them, it's better, but it's kind of unfortunate that happened. So yeah, Ale Ramos Kirito, Digo's doing a lot of work on the safe there. Pain is having trouble defending him. Ale goes perfectly on the Macy there. Jumps over him. Honestly, really good jump from Ale there. Gets another shield crack because of it. And I low-key die, and I'm having trouble defending a little bit here because Kirito is just like doing a little too much. Like, without my pull, it's a little hard to defend him. I go back and I'm like, I low-key shouldn't go back on. And like, he kills my clones, but then Ali gets him. It's like, I understand why I'm supposed to go back there. And then I get kind of tapped here by Rolelu, but it's fine because like Ali's there to help me. He's not gonna push that, so he's kind of hold that position there. Kirito goes in on the, I believe, the wrong lane. I don't think he should be going for the what's it called? I don't think he should be going through mid. That was a really bad play from Kirito, but it's fine. Do kill Rolelu there, and Diego gets cracked. So we have a really good start to this game. We're only up like 1 shield though. I have a hypercharge now. I use my normal pull on Colt because I know I can get it. And then Ale is just trying to stay alive against the Kaze. Kaze is trying to, like, I think Kaze just thinks it's over already because I don't know why he went back to defend. He should have went for the safe. So we do take round 1 of this dumb hot potato map. Let's go on to the next one. So the next one, they change how they play. They put the Kaze finally on the lane instead of making him go through mid through me. Also, like, the problem is that, like, low-key, like, look at that Colt. Like, that Colt is getting way too much value, like, being annoying as hell. Like, genuinely, like, a little rodent on the Colt in the corner. Obviously, I'm joking. Good, well played by him. Obviously, getting a lot of damage in the safe. Like, literally got 2 shooters by himself. And they have a Kaze on our safe, too. So, I'm just trying my best to defend. Like, it's kind of getting chaotic here because I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, I low-key might have had to pull here. I low-key might have had to pull the Colt to save my Bull Super because I don't think wasting Bull Super was like good for us. And then like yeah, like a little Macy there is just like getting little shots off, and like yeah, at this point the game is over. Not much I can do. So a little unfortunate for us, but let's go on to the last match here. So this was I feel like the most winnable one. You'll see how we lose this. So basically, at this point in time, we have our lanes pretty well won. I think Diego wants to wait until the respawns the Colt to go in, and I want to just hold mid as much as I can. Kirito gets a good super off, doing 10% to the safe. I'm in mid. Okay, for some reason, and like I got actually fried by Roledu here. I should have either supered him or like gadgeted or something him like, and then now I have to defend the Kaze because the Kaze is obviously like doing a little too much. Then Diego he dies. It's not too good for him to die in that position. It's kind of bad. The Colt is doing a lot of work here. I try to get him low to help like for Diego to kill him, but I don't know if he ends up getting the kill. He just holds him there. I end up killing Pain mid. Ends up being a trade actually. Diego's playing defense now, but then again, like the Colt is just doing too much. Diego tries going for the Colt as well, but it was a little greedy because obviously he couldn't get that off. Now in this position, low key. In this position, like we kind of understand the gameplay. Like right there, I should have hypercharged that right there. They are both in the same area. That is the freest Tara hypercharge ever. But I got scary of it, and I used the pull. I hit them both with the pull, but it just doesn't do anything because it wasn't a hypercharge that does more damage and covers more area and breaks everything. And I'll probably survive with it too. So the game is over. We almost win this game somehow because like Diego's doing damage on the save, but like because of how it played out, like they literally survived by 3%. Like it's genuinely so tragic, but we do end up losing this round here. I feel like this commentator is like genuinely like so shocked about like what's going on in the games. Like he's like genuinely so shocked. But anyways, we'll go on to the next game here, 1-1. Let's see how the rest of the game goes. So our next game here is Pinhole Punt. Now our bans are specifically for Leon. We wanted to take Leon one, so we kind of banned for it. They also banned Chester, which favors us for the Leon pick. We have first pick here. Either we can take Ems or Leon here first pick because so we do end up taking Ems because if we take Ems, they're forced to go Leon. If we take Leon, they're forced to go Ems. We think that Ems is good into Leon, so it'd be the best pick, the best option. They end up taking Edgar. Now Edgar is on paper a good pick here, and honestly, like it's okay. But in my opinion, it's kind of hard to play, especially when you have a pushback Ems that's like doing really good, and then Crow. So Crow on paper should also beat Ems because you have more range and more like sustained damage. But it's kind of a hard interaction to play as we eventually take Leon. So we take our Leon comp. Now this is honestly like really good for us. Like Leon Ems is like one of the most broken comps in the game. Like we like found that out like really early. Like it's really good to take these two brawlers. We found that early in the meta. So giving us Leon Ems is kind of bad from their part. Also, it's really good against Edgar too. And then we also take last pick Finks. So Finks does okay against Crow, not necessarily the best. I really wouldn't have thought about it. It was Diego that came up with this pick. I didn't see like how it would fit in the comp honestly, but it's really good. Like Finks is just a brawler that's really good with Leon Invis because it's a brawler that really when it gets in mid, like it does a lot. And like there's also not many like a lot of other damage dealers in the game. Like Finks does a lot of damage, so like it's kind of good taking him. And like he gets a lot of control in the middle too, so like it's a pretty good pick from us, I think. And then they go Amber. In my opinion, I don't think Amber is that good because it gives Leon like a free game. Like right now, this is like one of the freest Leon games like I've seen because they have nothing to actually like kill the Leon. They have to just like know where he is at all times. It's kind of a lot to ask for. So Leon does push up here with Diego. Diego pushes back. Might have been able to score that look if he didn't do that, but I think he didn't have the ammo for it and the HP. So decided to just play chill here. I also decided to play chill. Everybody is chill basically. I got a good super off on Crow. Just trying to like kill him. Ali goes into super. Low-key a little unnecessary, but he gets a lot of space from that, which is really good for us. Diego passes us the ball here, and I pass it to Ali, and Ali does get a really good goal there. Kind of a mess of passing. I also use my gadget on the Edgar to stop him from being able to kill the Leon there. So good from us. And then we have Fink Super. So Fink Super basically gives us full control over the mid. That helps a lot. Edgar goes up and just gets completely murdered. I don't know what he was thinking by going in there. Passes the ball in the corner there so we don't get scored on. Now I just gotta hold really. I feel like I could have gotten this kill on Pain, but he's obviously not gonna play aggressive. Roledu is also doing some good stuff, just holding mid. Pain is also just holding. Everybody's just holding basically. Then goes Kirito for me. And then like I don't know like what he did there, to be honest. Like we kind of played it really well because we got behind the wall and far, so he couldn't really kill us with Leon speed. Like he couldn't really catch up to us anyway. But he hits the wall, doesn't even like really go around it, and then doesn't get the kill. So like he kind of like Lucky sold there, Kirito, I think, in my opinion. But it's also really hard like Edgar game. Like don't watch this guy and think he's like actually sold, because it's a really hard Edgar game. Loki misses his gadget. I think he's genuinely at that point tilted. Like genuinely, like at that point you're tilted. Like you genuinely like Loki are tilted. Like it's just genuinely not good. Um, Alec gets double burned by the M's. Sorry, by the Amber, which is kind of Unfortunate for him. But we still do have a lead and control now. What I'm afraid about is this Edgar Hyper. But I do know it's Kirito's tilted. He's been making a lot of mistakes this game, so I'm not as scared in this position. Um, at this point, he goes in for the hypercharge. He does the double jump. Diego runs away from him with the gadget. And then Rolando goes in. And then they end up getting the goal here. Payne holds the ball. And they score here 1-1. But the thing is, they used all their hypers for that. And now we have 2 hypers. So at this point, Diego is just like, let's just bring it. Like, let's just give it all we got. Let's go everything. So I use my super there to try to take like a burn take so I could pass the ball to Diego. I end up passing the ball to Diego, and it low-key doesn't work out for us that much. I think Ali's able to stop his goal because Kirito goes for the kill for some reason, which ends up like not like letting him like not only did he miss the ball, but like he also like can't really get the kill in that position. It's really hard because like I'm obviously like an M's with gadget. Like he's not gonna push or go for the goal because like there's no way he doesn't have the angle. So in this position, I try to give us the ball control again. He goes in for me. I push him back. I'm not really too concerned about his gadget. I know I can dodge it from that range. It's really hard to hit. So he also knows that Kirito, he's gonna hold on to his gadget. I push into him a little bit more aggressively because I have my super, and I know like if I don't feed him a single hit, he can't heal at all. So I know I'll win the interaction. And at this point in time, they're all closed up with the M's pushing them. I'm just trying to stay alive while Ale gets the ball. Ale passes me the ball. I pass to Diego or just go for the goal myself. And we do end up winning round 1 of Pinhole. Let's see round 2 of Pinhole Punt. So round 2 of Pinhole Punt, kind of the same start. We just want to get in mid as much as possible. We know that with the Leon Super, like it's just really, really annoying to like with the Leon Super, it's really annoying to like play into. So far for us, like we're doing really good. We're like none of us are really dead. Like Kirito pushes while one shot, like he's genuinely completely tilted. I feel like it's just like I don't know if somebody on his team is like genuinely like shitting on him or something, but he's really tilted so far. Like it's kind of obvious. He's not playing well on the Edgar anymore. Not really much he could do anyways, but Leon does go for the aim is on him. Doesn't get the kill, which is like honestly kind of good for them. They wasted Leon super to get the kill, but he does actually chain because Kirito just runs into him. At this position, like we're just trying to chill. They do have Edgar super, which is a little bit dangerous, but then again, he runs into me. I don't even use my gadget yet. I just use my normal super, and he dies. Finks does really good there, Diego, to get us some control, and I think we actually honestly could have been able to score from that position, but they do. Rolando just jumps on us to try to get us control, but Ale Loki could score here. We just have to just hold it though, because we don't want them to we just don't want them to like what's it called? We just don't want them to like kill both of us and then we just get like scored on like on a counter or something. That's just the worst thing to happen. But at this point in time, we have the ball again. For some reason, he gave us the ball. I pass it to Diego. Diego puts it in the corner again, or just holds on to it and then passes it to Ale with really good layup right there. Pass it to Ale and then scores under their noses. Really good hyper from him. Right now, they do have Edgar hyper again, so let's see what the Edgar can do. I think the problem is that they just weren't playing together as a team. Like, the Edgar's kind of just going in alone every single time, missing gadgets, just like not playing good. He's just kind of trying to make space for his team instead of playing with his team. Like, Ali gets 2 kills there, and at this point, this set is over. There's nothing Kirito can do, poor guy. And now we are 1 match away from winning again against a team that reverse swapped us in the upper bracket, and let's see how that turns out. So here we are on the last match we need to win on double swoosh. So we low-key banned here. We had first pick. We banned for Sandy. They banned Tara, which low-key benefits us a lot. I told Diego that, yo, we should low-key try baiting Chester and like leaving Chester open so maybe they don't like they ban it themselves and we like say ourselves to ban. But honestly, it's just safer to not do that. As you can see, they did not ban Chester, so it was a good shout from him to like ban it. So we do take Sandy 1 pick on this map because Sandy's really good on this map. Also really good into aggros. Like they really can't go any aggro. Like Fang, Lily, like all of that is really bad into Sandy because you can just gadget them and then you focus it, which is really good. And then so we have Meepo Mo from their side. So it's pretty good, honestly. It's a pretty good 2-3, honestly, in my opinion. Like it's really, really good. Like you have Meepo for mid that can low-key deal with the Sandy or like contest it the best they possibly can. But I think low-key what they should have taken is they should have taken M's. M's was open this entire set, and I think it was genuinely the best pick into Sandy or Bo because Bo is also kind of decent into Sandy. I think the best pick is definitely M's though. So unfortunately, they did not take that brawler. They took those two. So we ended up taking, in this situation, we took the Mortis. The reason we took Mortis is because Mortis Hyper is really good into them. We already knew they had a mid that couldn't defend itself. Like, you had no jump, no nothing. All you had is a stun. So we knew that with the Mortis Hyper, you'd be able to stop that for sure. And also just, like, generally get a lot of pressure. This is a really good Mortis game because, you know, they just don't have enough damage to kill you. When you run into the face of the Mo does no damage. Unless he has Joe, of course. And then we take Ruffs with it. So Ruffs is really good because Ruffs counters both of these brawlers. And then also counters Fang, because the thing about Ruffs against Fang is that you can't feed him super at all. Like, with your sandbags, like, you can't feed the Fang any super. They do go Fang as, like, I guess like a comfort pick here, but we do have one stun. We have one brawler that won't feed him super, and we have one brawler that will come back with the hypercharge. So let's see how this plays out. So yeah, of course Diego's playing mid. I'm playing lane into the rat here, trying to stop the rat from getting his hyper as much as possible. So we basically told Ali here, just try to just run up and die as much as possible, get your hyper, kind of like how you play the kit. Just trying to get your hyper as much as possible, and just basically just try to like chain supers and stuff like that. Get your super like that perfect. Like, that's a really good super from him. He not only does he chain, but he also gets his hypercharge. We do kill Pain there, goes for the super. Really bad super from him, in my opinion. You have to save it there. It just doesn't do anything for you to get the kill there. I throw my super there to break the grass and stop them from getting as much pressure. Like, helps us end to get the gems. He's still playing really aggressive, and so now Ale goes in, misses the super, but like still gets one person, so it's fine. Now Rolando goes for me, which is kind of good because he wastes super. He can't go for my Sandy anymore. Pretty good for us. Now in this position right now, Pain is in a dangerous position to get a hypercharge, so I put my bags down, but he still ends up getting a super. So at this point, Diego's just calling me like, bro, try and bait that Mo to use his super, because if you bait the Mo to use his super, that means that the Mo is no longer like gonna be able to jump to Sandy, and that means that like if they do like a double play where the Mo jumps to Sandy and the Fang jumps to Sandy, then they won't be able to have like the Sandy won't be able to have enough pressure there to like actually like, you know, survive. But we do end up getting countdown from a good kill on Kirito there. I mean, sorry, not Kirito, Roledu, who's playing the Fang, which gives us countdown. So now we have countdown, 8-2 gems, and we at this position we just gotta like, I don't know, it's kind of dangerous for Diego. He throws on his super. Ali gets a good kill, and Ali also gets a good kill on the Meeple there, and we have now 15 gems in this position. Like, it's impossible to lose, as you will see. It is just a free win, and then now we go on to the next round. Now we are on match point against this team. We have been in this situation before. Hopefully we don't get reverse up. We'll see what happens in the next game. So in the next game here, so basically in this position, same exact game plan, same exact lanes. They didn't change anything. I think that they're trying to double lane me this time, which I actually didn't know they were double laning me until the Fang pushed out. Which low key misses super. Really kind of poorly played by him. Misses super there. Could have honestly gotten a lot of value if it hit the Sandy, because it wouldn't have chained, because he didn't see where the Mortis was, so it wouldn't have chained on the Mortis, sorry. And just gives a lot of value, but he ends up missing it, so it's a little unfortunate for him. Throws on the Sandy super to get them some control back, and I throw on my super in the same exact position to break everything. And now Rolando dies there after getting muted by Diego. Now it's kind of dangerous because Diego has no stun, so I have to go up and kill the Mo. But I catch Rolando here, who ends up supering me and does a lot of damage, low key. And again, Ale is just trying to get his hypercharge as much as possible, trying to kind of play like a little bit of an idiot, as you can see. Let's look at like how I say it. Like, you just play like an idiot, get as much hyper as you can. They'll look kind of overextender, get stun on the Loki. Didn't have to use that stun on the Mo, but it does in case, of course. They do end up killing everybody, and at this position, we do have countdown. We'll skip forward a little bit until they respawn. As you can see, it's over. Actually, I should go back here because I want to see what I did. Yeah, so I used my super on the Meeple, and then we kill Roledu, and then everybody dies, and the game is over. And then we do win, and we basically got revenge for getting reverse swept, which means we now go against Luffy's team, which is nameless. It's KJO, V Solar, and Luffy himself. Yeah. So I'll see you guys in that game. Okay, so here we are against Luffy's team, nameless. So this is set 1. We basically banned for Leon again. Our global bans are honestly kind of target bans towards Luffy. We know his Mortis is insane. We know his Edgar is insane. So we global ban all of that. We don't want to face it. Like, genuinely, like we just don't want to face it. So we global ban all that stuff out. And we also banned Glowy too, because we didn't want to fight Glowy with Leon. Leon is not going to be able to like do anything on the Glowy. Like the Glowy heals would just be too annoying. The Mina's also kind of annoying. We don't want to have to fight a Mina with the global ban. Meeple, there's really no brawlers that counter it. And then Kaze banned too, so that they have nothing to get blue. So we know we're getting blue no matter what. Until they picked Gigi last pick. So Gigi with the speed from the Jaeyoung here actually gets blue star, which means we won't be able to have our little strategy of playing with the bell mines, but we'll still be able to have, a good sharpshooter. So I did get the blue star for free. I think it was really poorly played by KJ, honestly. I don't know if it was KJ or if it was Luffy there, who they look, he sold the lead there. They should have gotten it, but now basically the way you play into GG, you can't shoot the GG at all. She for some reason has a really fast charge, supercharge rate, so you can't beat a shot to her. That's you'll see us throw little shots and then on accident, but we try our best not to shoot at her, and I try to win my lane against Solar here. I think this was a game where I Lucky sold lead by dying to Solar in a bad way. But I'm just holding my lane here. He pushes up really aggressively here. He hits the 3k on me, which is a little unfortunate. And then there goes in Luffy. He doesn't get a kill, but then again, I kind of troll against Solar. I kind of die like an idiot. A little unfortunate how that played out, but it's fine. So in this position, they're just holding. Low-key, poorly played by Ali because he shouldn't have put his turret in range to get destroyed by the GG. Kind of poorly played by him, and then again, that guy just does way too much on GG. Genuinely, a little too much on GG, bro. Because we kind of grouped up. It was kind of a free super for him. And then GG wants to go in again. This time I actually ended up marking him, which means it's hard for him. Now we put him, I think Diego is at, on VSolar. So the reason why we switched was because I feel I would get more pressure on the left side, or I guess on our, from our perspective, it's the right side. I'd get more pressure, and I'd be able to bounce shots from the Jaeyoung and the GG, as well as being able to hit really good shots, you can see on KJ here. Ali goes invis here, but he gets caught out by KJ, which is kind of unfortunate. Pretty good play by Diego there to almost get the kill, and actually ended up getting a kill, yeah. And then we don't have lead still, so we do need to get lead before this game ends. And then we do know that Luffy has his hypercharge. We want to be careful. You see, I shot him there. It was kind of bad for me. Really bad super from VSolar, honestly. I don't know why you would, in this position, why you would use a super there. Kind of honestly sold because, in my opinion, that's a really bad super. But it's fine. So in this position, yeah, we know we need to go up. We need so many stars. Luffy goes hyper. Jiggle gets really good shots off him, though. Didn't get a super off, though, unfortunately, because of ping diff. But that's fine. Ale has a really good play here where we kind of both just mow him down. We kill everybody. Ale dies, and in the last second of the game, I'm able to get one little shot off on Killua. I'm sorry, not Killua, on Luffy before Solar hits me with the shot. So I ended up surviving, and we ended up winning round 1. The commentator can't believe it, bro. On to the next one, anyways. So again, Niloki didn't sell lead this time. They got the blue star. And I also killed Solar in the start here. So honestly, we're in a really good position to win this game. All we gotta do is just play chill. But I believe we do lose lead somehow. Let's see here. So Ale wants to get pressure on the GG, but then he overextends, almost dies, but it's not enough. And then I ended up getting the mark on the GG, which is really good for us. And then in this position right now, KJ is doing pretty good here, dodging my shots, but I am able to push him back a little bit. Solar's also doing a lot of good pressure on the left lane, but all you have to do is really just hold and not feed the GG. She will probably get her super eventually, just because in order to shoot at Solar, we have to shoot at her. She'll eventually get her super. It's not too big of a deal, to be honest, but it's a little hard to deal with, so I don't like fighting it, but it's fine. Ali goes invis here. Honestly, I think this is how we lose lead, actually. This is a really bad Leon super, because the thing is with Leon, is if you use a super in a position where you can't escape, it will always result in something bad. So for example, in this situation, he saw that KJO was alone, but instead of going through mid, or instead of just staying in the right grass and putting pressure through there, he went and committed for the kill. He didn't even end up getting the kill because he didn't want to push close, because he knew he would have gotten traded out. That's kind of the weird thing, right? He knows he's going to get traded out by Solar if he goes in and commits for the kill. Yet he also knows that if he goes in for KJ, he'll die. So he goes back, but he'll die anyways. No matter what, he's dead. So it's just generally not a good super. Obviously, you want to play chill when you have lead. That's not playing chill. And then I ended up getting tapped a little bit by Solar here, like just trying to get us the lead back, playing a little aggressively and dumb. Didn't mean to skip forward there, but it's fine actually because 30 seconds left in the game. We have a good position again here. So Alid does get a good kill on the GG there, which actually ended up baiting his hypercharge. Solar is actually one shot in the corner, which is unfortunate. I also missed my, which actually would have won us the game. Unfortunately, that mark that actually would have won us the game, I timed it off by like half a second, which is genuinely unfortunate. But it's fine. Again, with the gadgets, like you cannot be putting your Leon turrets if they're gonna get hit by the GG. Like that's kind of obvious. I don't know why you would do that, but so whatever. GG goes there for some reason, and I have no idea why. Shen's getting the kill on me. I literally kill her there, but then look at what Diego does. Diego does all that, and then look at how much HP the GG had. She would have died if I marked her. We would have won this game if I marked her. I'm just saying. Which is really unfortunate for us. The commentator can't believe it still. But anyways, we're on to the next game here. So now Ali gets caught lacking again. But Diego does really good there at getting the kill. Really, honestly, kind of a bad super from Luffy there, because he almost got the kill on Diego, but I feel like there's no way he got that kill off, no matter what. So kind of honestly a bad kill, like a bad play, but it's okay. Of course, he's been playing insane. Like he honestly like genuinely carried this team. Like he's genuinely insane. But he's doing good there, just holding in the corner. They just want to play as chill as possible. But once the lead gets extended to a certain point, we just know we win the game. So we're just waiting for those kills to kind of come, like somebody to hit my trap, for example, something like that. So in this position, you see him pushing up. Diego low-key feeding a little bit of super for the GG, but it's fine. I do have my hyper already. With 1 minute left on the clock. Kind of just chilling here. And then KJ goes up with the speed. Doesn't really do much, though. And then I mark the GG there, which is really good for me. Now that the GG's marked, she can't really play any bit of aggressive. We'll be able to like group kill her, basically, is what I'm saying. And then we get really good taps on KJ here. And then Killua, in this position, Luffy can't do anything. Like, he's trying to super. Like, at that point, I knew the game was over, because not only does he not have super anymore, he just made something like a mistake that looked so tilted. And then there goes Ali killing that guy. And then I kill that guy. And then everybody's dead, basically. At this point, the game is already over. They can't do anything. 10 seconds left, 1 second left. But yeah, we win this game. So on to the next. So on to the next draft here. We have Leon first pick again, and as you can tell, we love picking Leon, but they didn't end up taking the Ms this time. They do end up taking it with Chester, which gives us Otis pick. I believe we take Otis. Yes, we do take Otis because Otis is the best anti-tank open, and it's decent into Ms. Also kind of can hold its own against Chester a little bit, not too much though, but because they don't have anything to get in mid, Chester is not going to be as strong on this map. So they just kind of had to force it because, they have no other anti-tank. The looking might have had to go Otis instead, in my opinion, but whatever. We do take the Rat here. Rat is really good against these two, especially with the other star. Probably gives him more range. Really does a lot. And then they do take Mina. In my opinion, it's not the best last pick because, like, the Rat with the super can low-key counter the Mina, and the Otis with the mute can low-key counter the Mina. So it's not like a hard carry brawler, but it will do okay. So let's do see how they play it out. So we obviously put our totem in the back there to get us like some decent control in mid. They do run in a straight line. KJ misses gadget though. Killua hitting like nice little sandals here on the Mina. But like now once we get the Otis gadget, like it's really hard for me to get pressure. So Killua like Luffy gets a really nice 4K on my dig over there. The stream's like low-key lagging, huh? Okay, what happened? Oh, I think it was actually their stream that was lagging. Okay, here we go. We're back. So yeah, like at this point, Diego knows like he has a super. He can kill KJ whenever he wants. Like he goes in for the kill. Luffy didn't trade him out, which is kind of bad. And I straight line Luffy. I get a mute on him, which it wasn't like that good of a mute. Like honestly, could have been better. Like, but especially since like he didn't get the kill, but it stopped him from pushing mid, which helped like Diego get more supercharged. So I guess it wasn't terrible. But anyways, now, okay, so now like mid, yeah, okay, so now we just kill everybody basically. Like Diego knows he can kill like Solar, passes it to Alid, passes it to Diego, and then we score, and now it's even game. And we do, I think, we do have Leon gadget to get us in mid again. It's gonna be really hard for them, and then I low-key think I should start using my gadgets when the Mina uses her gadget because it doesn't let her get that much space anymore. whenever I throw it down. And then Ali gets a hypercharge at this time. Really good, honestly, like a really good what's it called? A really good slow by KJ there that forces out my Mo hyper. So honestly, not too bad by him. But then I ended up killing KJ here. And now it's only Chester in mid. And then I hyper. Okay, so here's what I did. So I hypered him. I passed the ball forward. And then unfortunately, I did feed. This guy was one shot away from his hypercharge. So he ended up getting his hypercharge, but used it defensively to defend me. And I didn't get the ball in time to actually score. So he ended up just using his hyper to defend defensively, which is really good for us. KJ uses a slow there, not too bad from him. They get the trade on the little rat there. Ali's invis right now, goes for Chester, gets Chester. He's one shot, doesn't want to really go for the, unless like he's genuinely an aggro monkey. He just goes for the what's it called, the M's, and then Diego going up right, and then passes the ball to himself, and then Loki, he could have went for the goal there. There was an angle for sure, but he didn't go for it. It's okay though. Solar now has the ball, 3 versus 1. Just has to wait for his team. All they have now to win is the M's hyper, which there's just no way we're running into that. So Alad does use super here to get some space for him and try to press the M's to use your hyper. Gets really good value off. M's does hyper because of that actually from Alad there. Waste the hypercharge and super, which is really good for us. Now all they have is Mina hypercharge, which I don't think they're gonna get this Mina super. We're just 1 feet a slipper. And that's fine. Ali does have another super here. We're just holding really well. I throw my gadget down to stop Solar from having to push up. Noah has to push up, which means he'll die to me, I believe. Yes, I do kill him. And then I pass to Diego, and I think we just score in this position. Nice. Good goal from us to make it 1 round away from 2-0. So this game starts a little differently. We don't have the pressure with our like Leon gadget. I don't know where it went. I think it got M's gadgeted, so we ended up losing that, unfortunately. It's all good though. We do have it now, and we kind of just like bully this little poor Chester. Misses her stun as well, and misses the 4K. So I think at this point, I kind of just realized these guys are playing really nervous. I low-key ran into like a straight line, like for some reason I thought I can get like a kill with that, and I didn't. So it's like kind of bad by me, honestly, to die there. Diego gets a really good kill on the or not really kill. He didn't get the kill because the ball hit him, but a good enough stun. And then they end up honestly finishing this game like 10 seconds. But like I know what the problem was. It was our totem placement. So as you can see, he puts a totem a little bit. He puts it back in the front actually, but it was because the KJ broke it in the start of the last round that we kind of like lost all our pressure. But now that's not the case anymore. Luffy dies because there's nothing he can do there. And then Diego's pushing and pinching the M's and getting Chesters. He tries throwing it in, almost scores that goal. Unfortunately, he does not get it off, but it is fine. Looking kind of a bad totem from Ali. I don't know if like that's gonna do anything, but maybe he catches KJ lacking. I passed to Ali there. Like they knew he was in there. I look to get 4K there. Kind of bad by me to like play so up, but it's fine. KJ misses his gadget there, and then Aloki could have gadgeted there to kill the Mina, but okay. So whenever like Diego uses his super like on height, like on this map, I know we have to score. Like whenever Diego uses super, it needs to be a goal. So I pass it up. Everybody dies and we score there. So good from us to do that. And then in this position now, we do have another gadget, and M doesn't have her gadget because she missed it on me in the middle last game, which means now we're just going to be able to get really good value here. And yeah, like M just kind of gets bullied by the Leon again. And then at this point on, honestly, like Diego Loki could have just hybrid there and like we would have got scored there, but we decided to play a little bit more passive, which is all good. So what happens here is honestly insane by Ali. He got his hypercharge. He went with his hypercharge and he went killed like wow. Like he went down to kill this guy and then told Diego to go for the like he told Diego to go for the Chester, kill the Chester, and then pass the ball down and then ended up scoring. So genuinely good synergy and team play by them. And that makes it 2-0 against the Endless. Now we did almost get reverse swept again. So let's see how that ends up going. So it is again, unfortunately, going to be Hot Potato that starts the reverse sweep process. This stupid map that we can never win. They take Otis 1, and then we take Colt, because Colt is really good on this map, to be honest, and it's honestly decent into Colt. Like, I'm sorry, decent to Otis. And then we take Lily. So I like Lily because Lily can get in like the spawn and bring them back a lot, so it can make them really defensive. They end up taking BB, which is really good into Lily, and I think not too good into Colt, but it'll work anyways. And Crow, so Crow is really annoying because Crow is really good into Colt, in the sense that you can't really like push into a Crow as a Colt. And then we go Cord last pick. Low key, there were a lot of options we could have taken. We could have taken the M's. We could have taken like maybe even another aggro like Buzz. I feel like it would have been better than Cord, but I think just Cord just struggles too much against Otis and Crow to merit picking it right now. Like, you know. But basically in this game, I just try to play it as aggressive as possible. I do like get the thing off where like I use my gadget really well, like at the exact moment. Then I gadget and I get on the safe. I do a lot of damage to the safe. Dig gets really a tap off. We do get the first crack off without even losing a single percent ourselves. Dig gets a really good damage on the safe there. And then I end up just dying, of course. Diego decides to, Ali decides to leave the BB so he can get more damage. You do end up getting another crack there. I also leave the Kaze, to be honest, or sorry, the BB, because like this doesn't like benefit me to go for her. And then in this position, Diego's going up right again, being really annoying. Obviously, really well played by him. Everybody just leaves the BB. Honestly, we're just trying to do as much damage as possible. And then I end up supering. I am gadgeting here to get on sale. I low-key should have supered the Otis instead, because I low-key didn't play that well, to be honest. And then we do have one more crack to get through though to win this entire round. So Ali literally just picks up the BB and goes in for the save. I think would honestly win the game. But I end up taking her and going myself for the save because I thought I would be able to win from the interaction. But then they also had Crow Hyper, which unfortunately won them the game. And I didn't even know he had Crow Hyper. He didn't even have super before that. So let's see what happens in the next game, how we adjust. So in my opinion, I think the reason why we lost was just because Crow got hyper. I don't know if like on this map there's anything I can change. I do end up going from the right side this time, which is really well done by me. But unfortunately, it's not able to do much because everybody's on the right side. Everybody gets focused, and at this point, the game is basically just like lost. Like our comp cannot be losing lead. Like it's kind of really hard for us to win if we lose lead. So it's like a little unfortunate that we did, but it's all good nonetheless. Honestly, just a little unfortunate. Because once we lose lead, it's really hard for us to win. Like, Diego does really good there, getting some good damage. I tried supering and killing Luffy, but, like, he low-key clocks me and, like, knows that would happen. Really well done by Diego there to get more extra damage, but, like, the BB is just doing too much with the Otis. And, like, I have to try to defend the BB. Really well done there by Diego to get the kill on KJ, kind of full clipping him. And then here I'm close to hyper, so I kind of wanted to get my hyper, but then low-key, I used it on the wrong person. I don't know. Like, I miss a lot of Lily supers. Like I'm kind of scared of playing Lily, honestly. Like that because of that we lost this set, and let's see you guys in the next one. See how we go. We're now losing. We're now winning 2-1. So let's see how the next set goes. So here we are in a double swoosh, which is the next match against Nameless. We banned for Sandy, I believe, or sorry, no, we didn't ban for Sandy. We banned Sandy. So we didn't have first pick. They, I believe, banned for Sandy. Those are definitely Sandy bans. So pretty good from us to be able to kind of clock that and ban Sandy, so they would be forced to pick a first pick that doesn't do nearly as well. But there is Chester open and Crow, so they go Crow there. We go Chester and Lumi. Now, it could have been anything. It could have been Chester Dog. It could have been Chester Lumi. It could have been Chester Meeple. Sorry, Meeple's globally banned. Actually, couldn't have been that. But it could have been Chester with any control brawler, and I feel like it would have been good. But honestly, with the hypercharge on Crow, it's like a little dangerous. I'm kind of afraid of that, you know. So don't like our comp too much. And then they go Damien. And then this team noticed. This is when things got a little bit messy. Because we did not win this set. I will just spoil it right now. We did not win this set. This is when things got a little bit messy. I think they realized that they can just genuinely play Damien because it's open and just win every single set. And that low-key caused us some trouble in the next couple sets. So Sword does end up going Ninja because they basically, their logic is that they have really good defense against an aggro, so they can just go Ninja pretty free. And then we went Lily. For some reason, I wasn't playing Lily. I was playing Lumi. I don't know why. No, I was playing Chester, actually. I don't know why I wasn't on Lily this set, to be honest. I just think it genuinely didn't cross our mind to switch. So Ali is on Lily. This set is genuinely, like, not fun to watch. I don't, like, actually want to watch over this, to be honest. Because it's just genuinely, like, the Damien farming us 4 times in a row. I do get a good red, honestly. We have a really decent start to this game. The Damien ends up getting really low, like, heals up obviously, and we kind of just don't have anybody on the left lane. Like it's just Naija putting pressure and like nobody's there contesting. So at this point, this is like where I thought Ali really messed up. Like good kill to like knock out the Crow, but then again his matchup is the Naija. Like he should be going fully for the Naija always for the Nyja, because her getting pressure means I can't get gems mid, which means look, now they have a gem lead and they have one of our side spawns. Like look, now our side spawn gem, I can't go for it because there's just putting too much pressure. I think I ended up being fine to go for it because Diego genuinely like locked in and like did so much. But anyways, Ale hypers, like honestly he hypers the Damien, which isn't too good because Damien already had his big shot, meaning he could easily kill him. And then like I didn't want to get hit by the thing pushing me back, but I think the best decision honestly was just shoot behind me and back up. To be honest, there was a KJ there, so I didn't know what to do. To be honest, I tried backing myself out of like the corner here. As you can see, like I shot once and it didn't go off. Good hyper from Diego, but unfortunately he gets caught by snakes. He tries to bring it back, but Damien does go for the gems, and I'm not able to respawn fast enough. And this set is basically over. Let's go to the next round. So over here in the next round, our lane swaps basically like we just didn't lane swap anything. Like I don't really know what we want to change. I think the only change we made is that we told Ale just go fully into the Damien. I don't know how the hell we're gonna beat that brawler. Um, Also, this entire set I'm playing really defensively. Like I'm just not playing aggro because I want to save our gems. I don't want us to lose our gems at all. So I kind of played, I guess, a little scared this set, to be honest. I didn't want to lose our gems. I low key missed my poison there, but it wasn't a good super anyway, so like low key rather just use it. I get like a good shot off on the Damien, doesn't get his explosion damage off, and then goes KJ, try to get the kill. We ends up getting like he actually ends up surviving and being in our spawn, which is kind of unfortunate, but we do still maintain our gems. And Ale Loki didn't see that coming, I guess. Kind of bad reaction time from him, to be honest. He should have Loki gotten that kill, but it's all good. Um, we basically in this position just have to like hold our gems, not die while trying to get a kill, which we need hyper for, unfortunately. So Solar Loki, like I don't know what the hell he was doing there. I think he actually thought that the Lily would be on him, which like he didn't want to get clocked by it. Okay, so like that is like genuinely like a series of unfortunate events. For some reason, the Diego hypercharge fed Damien super, which he pushed back and negated the hypercharge. So it's kind of unfortunate situation. So at this point, like we knew we had to get the gem. They had 9. We knew we had to get the gem. Luckily, it was our side spawn. Now Allah does have hypercharge, but there's generally nothing he can do. Honestly, I would have him playing the other star power for damage. I think he was on damage actually. He kills the Nyja, but then again, it's just nothing he can do into Damien. Diego's in their spawn right now, having to deal with 2 brawlers at once. It's genuinely so hard. And like at this point in time, we have 7. We need 1 more to guarantee it, but it's on their side spawn, and like the slow isn't gonna do enough. I try to put it there to stop them from getting it, but they get it anyways. So at this point in time, it's just impossible for us to get the lead because we're not killing a Damien with gems that has super and hyper. Like it's just not happening. Like we can kill him, but we're not escaping. Like we're not getting away with that. Like unfortunately, we're just not. Like genuinely unfortunate, but we do end up losing that set. So let's go see you guys in set 5. Okay, so here we are in set 5. Now we are against Lumi to start. We banned Colette, Crow, and Finks because we wanted to get a Lu game, I believe. They banned Poco, which honestly served us really well. We go Ems, and then we go Lu. I'm sorry, we go Gray. Sorry, we go Lu last time. No, they went Lu, I believe. No, wait, who went Lu? I might be tripping. No, we went Bull last. I'm sorry. I believe we did want to take Lu. I think we just kind of like got scared about it though. We ended up going Ems Gray though. The reason why we did that is because it's really good. Like I like Ems with Gray like a lot. I don't think this was the draft orientation. Did we? I think. Okay, wait. They go Glowy and then they go Damien. I know that for sure. So they go Glowy Damien. We take Bull last. Like I don't know how you're gonna stop a Bull Gray combo. Like they don't like. I don't think they actually win that. They have a lot of sustain, but like they also have like Damien doesn't do enough damage. Glowy doesn't do enough damage. The only thing that does damage is Luffy. Or well, he won't be playing it, but Lumi. So let's see how this set plays out. So in the start, I believe our problem was on the first set is that we didn't put me into the Damien. So the reason that's good is that I farm a lot of super off the Damien, and we need my super as fast as possible while also trying to maintain mid control, while not losing. Like we don't want to like give them mid control while I'm getting my super. Like we want to have mid control while I'm not having my super, so that I'm able to do something. I kind of choked here and like missed like 40 shots in a row, like genuinely so bad. Like I don't know what I was doing. Like I missed like a lot of supers. I hit the pull on the guy and end up dying anyways. Ali gets stunned, everybody gets feared, and yeah, it's not looking too good honestly for us. Like I do have my portal though. My portal will give me 3 shots, so I'm already like Okay, I only got 2 at that time, but I'm already really close to my next super, which is really good for us. And then Damien's also in the middle, so I kind of just straight line him, and then boom, I have my hypercharge now. Hyper Globert though, so it's kind of annoying. I decided to just go try to reach my portal, but I just didn't reach it. Diego goes like kind of berserk there, gets muted again. A little unfortunate. I do have my hyper set up though, and then a really, really good hyper from Ali gets us like a lot of control here. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the DPS to kill them all and dies because he ran at them in a straight line. But we do have the zone still, so it's not too big of a deal. Now we all respawn, and it's a hyper Damien. It's kind of hard to deal with. I do kill him though, and I'm trying to hold this position, going back with my portal here. I decided to just set it up for my teammates, so once we all go in, we get back. Um, However, I think we're just down too much to win from this position. Kilo can literally just do that, like Luffy can literally just do that, and like we don't have the damage to kill him. Like it's impossible. Like we can't literally take him down, bro. Like it's genuinely so sad. But anyways, we are one set away from getting reverse sweep, and at this point, I was genuinely mad. Not at anybody, of course, but I was mad because I didn't want to get reverse swept again. Like there's no way I was letting that happen. So genuinely, I told my team, "Yo, this ends here. That like we're not playing another. Like we're not losing another reverse sweep, bro. Like that's what I told them. So luckily, it helped a lot. We had a really good start this game. I'm going back to the start here. So now I'm against the Damien. He doesn't want to be on my lane, so he's pushing back. But look at how much. So the problem is that when he wants to switch lane, he has to switch lane into the Ems because they lost the mid initially. So because they lost the mid initially, Ems gets so much value when they lane swap, which allows us to just get not only more gray shots, but also a lot of zone time initially, which you need. Gray comms when you have zone time when you're like losing is so good. Like or like not when you're losing, like when you have zone time when you don't have your portals yet, it's so good. Like we have 25% already without me getting my first portal. That's really, really good for us. So he ends up going in there, um Luffy with the super. Pretty good from him to do all that stuff, but we were still on the zone. We have a 40% lead. Really wasted super by KJ. I think he genuinely got nervous there with that super. But anyways, really well done by Luffy there to get a lot of value. Solar is like I think that's like really poorly played by Solar. Like he's gonna go in hot there with the super, and you kind of played into his range. Pretty poorly played by Solar in my opinion. But it's all good. So from this point on, all we gotta do is just hold, and then once we hold, like it's basically just like over because we already have our setup. Like I already have my hyper pull. I'm just trying to get as much zone time as possible. I make sure to dodge the KJ stun, all that stuff, and yeah. So really good and well done from us so far. Really well done from us so far to get us a lead here. And then now we are on match point after this game. Really well done by Diego there to get that 3K. And then after this, we are now on match point. One more game. Whoever wins this wins this. And I genuinely think I played so good this set. But let's see. I remember playing really good this set. I remember hitting a lot of shots at the start. So here we go. Well, he got caught by the ice, but I'm against Damien. I pull the Damien, and basically now at this point, I'm just trying to like really good by Ali actually. I hit 3 shots there, kill the everybody dies basically. That's what happened. Everybody dies. I hit all my shots. I got my portal really early, which is really good. Once we have a good start with this comp, we win basically completely for free because they have no damage to kill us. So when I get the setup early, when we have a 30% lead like this, basically the game is just over. And then Diego goes in for the Glober, but doesn't get the kill. Unfortunately, he gets feared because it's kind of really easy to counter, in my opinion, with the stun. So we go in again. Luffy hypers, but we kill the Glober before he even lands, so it's just over. Like there's just nothing they can do. Solar again is playing a little bit too high, in my opinion. You want to be playing a little bit lower. You know, have your little maces on the morning or whatever it's called, morning stars on the portal, and then play as back as you can. That way you just can't lose. And then KJO uses hyper there, doesn't get any value. Actually no, he does. Sorry, he actually gets a good value there. I low key like at that point, like I low key pulled my teammate on accident. I auto aimed it. I thought it would kill Globert, but it didn't matter. At this point, the game was over. We won and we survived the reverse sweep. So now we have one more game to show you guys the unfortunate loss against Vegeta's team. My opinion, the one we should have won. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next game. Okay, so here we are against Vegeta's team. This is the draft that we have for the first game. So it's Tester, Stu, Mortis versus Bo, Tara, Crow. So in my opinion, I think we low-key have a pretty good draft here. Stu mid is low-key uncontested because I don't think Bo beats Stu mid. And we also have a pretty good Mortis game. I think we were deciding last pick whether we to go like Mortis or like, at least Ban, but like any other aggro. Like we were also deciding like low-key on paper look like free throwers. So we were low-key deciding like maybe like a Barley or something a little wacky on the map. But we decided with Mortis. Good brawler to get blue, so not blue, sorry. This is a whole different what I'm talking about. It's a good brawler to like just have a lot of pressure on the map, not do too bad. Not terrible brawler, and also has really broken hypercharge that could win you the lead. So, it has its value. See how we end up playing it. So in the first game against them, I was playing like I'm gonna be honest, like I was low-key playing really scared. Like I didn't want to lose, I didn't want to throw, so like I like kind of started playing a little scared here, and like especially because there was a Crow, like I didn't want to get poisoned because I knew if I got poisoned, there's like really low chance we win. So like I mean, like, not a low chance we win, but like if I get poisoned, like it kind of gets complicated because then like everybody can kill me, and like it's just generally like not the best situation to be in. So like kind of overcomplicated itself if I got poisoned. So I try to avoid it as much as possible. But as you can see, we do have a decent lead here. Not a lead actually. So we're just like holding on. Diego's doing pretty good on the right lane to like not lose it hard because he is like hard countered right now. There's like nothing he can do against that matchup. Ale goes up, gets a good kill trade. He Loki gives him a gem though, which is kind of bad, but it's not a big deal because it was on their side anyways. He puts some mines there. Vegeta's good by him to like break open all the grass. Now we had no ability to like actually use it. And then Diego Loki gets caught lacking here by the pull, but he actually missed it. Chino, so pretty good by us to survive that situation. And I'm just trying to pick up as many gems as possible. When Crow gets in my left lane, I want to back up. I don't want to get like fully pinched and die or anything. So I look, he just fully back up. And when I have the opportunity, I go up. So Chino did a pop hyper. I don't know why Loki didn't go for the hyper pull there. Loki could have grabbed me because it's like the range is farther than my dashing range, so he could have Loki gotten it off, but he didn't. So it's all good. Vegeta does use hyper here, and the game is getting a little complicated now because all of our grass is gone. Diego really doesn't have a single good lane to push. He's kind of running into mines, so it's like kind of a complicated game to play, honestly. But I don't think we're playing it that terribly yet. Ale does end up dying though, which is kind of unfortunate. I feel like we just have no like in this game, like we just have like no like in this specific round, like we just like kind of are homeless because we don't have like any like plate like ways to get onto the grass. Like I'm just trying to like get as many gems as I possibly can. Ale unfortunately does die there because they do have the vision from the bow. And this set is low-key unwinnable, so it's all good. We go on to the next. The next round here, we play a little differently. I told Ale, like, okay, it's fine if you go and die. Like, you just need your hypercharge. Like, try not to feed too much to the Tara, though. And, like, also, we need to destroy the bow totem before we go in, because that way you don't feed as much hypercharge and stuff. So, yeah, Ale does really good there killing Chino. Kind of overextended there by Chino. Probably didn't expect the Mortis to be there. And so now when they're both up top, I low-key could have probably gotten that gem if I wasn't so scared. I literally had a super and everything, but I was a little scared about it. I backed up here so I can not get trapped by the mines. I could break all these mines open and then put another turret. Helps us a lot. It helps Diego win lane a lot too, especially when he's not on the grass, which is really good for us. So then at this time, it's kind of getting a little complicated because you see the totem like basically has 100% uptime. Diego does a really good bomb there, which actually stops him from getting in mid, like stops the bow from like sneaking on me. So that means it's like a lot easier for me to get my own like to get some bombs off, because if no one's sneaking on me, I can just go whenever I want. But Ale does look, he get caught lacking by Vegeta here. Tacos with a good hyper kills Diego. I thought I was low-key dead here, but it's all good. And then Ale gets a really good kill on the bow there, but he's not able to pick up the gems and probably dies here. Yeah, good by Diego to actually get like the value there. And then so far doing like pretty good. I have 8 gems now, which means we only need 2 more for 10. I'll get 8 of mine there. Like, try, what am I doing? But it's all good. Diego, he gets like hard pinch. I don't know like if that was worth the hyper, but he just wanted to put the mines down, so it's all good. In the hood. So in this situation, like Tacos is really pushed up. Like I knew I had to get that gem, and then now that Chino has hyper, I literally can't push up. Like I knew he had pool, but I didn't even think he had hyper. But now once I knew, like I just can't push up on that lane. It's impossible. So I need my teammates here to like actually like make like a play for me. That's the only way we win. So I don't know what Chino was doing, to be honest. Like he low-key missed like 40 pulls this entire game. Like I was able to survive by killing tacos, and then Ali gets more hypercharge. I don't know what Chino is doing. I think that was kind of troll, to be honest. Like missed that like that, but it's all good. They do have 10 now, but we have 9, so they can't really back up fully. We do end up taking the 10th gem. Diego unfortunately gets pulled, really good pull by Chino there. And then Tacos is pushing me again. He kills me there. At this point, I look thought it was over because like they already won a set, but like somehow he came back from this. Ala does have hyper. He all he has to do really because like Chino wasted another hyper charge. Get a really good play there. I do end up killing the Tara too. And then at this point on, we had countdown ourselves. A little scary there because if I didn't go for those jams, you look you don't reach it. But it's okay because at this point in time, we kind of just can't really get stop. We have like a Chester hyper and everything, so like I don't really think they can even get the stop off, honestly. So yeah, pretty good round win by us. And then so for the third set, kind of this we kind of play like the sim like in a similar way. Like we kind of just like our whole strategy is like basically just like okay, let me get the gems, let Diego go up and get space, let Ale go up and get space. They get their hypercharges, and eventually we just come back and win, or we just get a really good kill early on and just play with our 10 gems. I do kill Chino there with Vision Gear, pretty good by me. Ale does pretty good there to get the kill. Loki wasted gadget, but that's fine. Tacos is like Loki like moving differently on the Crow because he has speed gear. Um, but well done by him. And then at this point in time, I'm just like, okay, like I have 6 gems, it's all good. Like, just gotta chill. He puts down mines again, Vegeta, and then I break the mines. Um, so far doing so far so good, I think. Diego is like kind of struggling, but that's really not his matchup. So like it's kind of hard. Like this is kind of a torture Chester game because like they just went to like hard counters to Chester, like Crow. Like you're not beating a Crow or a Tara like as a Chester unless like you get lucky or something. I don't know. Oh my god, my team's so much. Okay, so at this point on, it's basically just a matter of like, can I not die with the gems and can my teammates get a hypercharge? That's basically the point. Um, so you see here, Tacos has hyper. It's a little dangerous for me. I don't want to overextend because if he hits me point blank on with the hypercharge, like I will die no matter what. Ale does like a decent job there. Lucky if he died there, that would have been fine because I could have picked that up. But actually, I would have probably gotten Tara hypered and like died instantly. So like, I'm glad it turned out that way. Um, I tried to help him break those pets, but I didn't want to extend too much. Dio gets a really good hyper here on Vegeta. I think he generally just got caught lacking. Everybody just hypers. Shit just goes down, I guess. I do good to get away from Tacos, and then Diego's able to kill him. And Diego he died to Tacos, actually. And like what happened here was that Ale had gadget, so he just ran up and then came back down with the hypercharge. And from this point on, he just came down. And I do think they get one reset off on Ale here, but it's okay. Or I think they get it off me because I look, you don't have much mobility, but we're all on the bottom and we have Diego respawning, so they really can't get the gems themselves. I look, went myself in the corner, but Ale does have gadget, and Diego was there to help me, so really no matter where I went, it was fine. And they were both poisoned, so from this point on, the game is basically over. Crow can't do enough himself. There's generally nothing like what they can do. So luckily, we did end up winning this first round against Barking. Let's go on to the next one. All right, so I want to talk a little bit about the draft for the next round here. They have Angelo, Mina, and Jaeyoung, and we have Crow, Leon, Brock. So we do have our mid broken open, but Jaeyoung is open, which is a little unfortunate. We do end up trying to ban for, Jaeyoung ourselves. So like it was unfortunate that we couldn't get it. Like we didn't expect them to leave open Brock, to be honest. So um I thought like they would probably want to get it. Maybe we should have taken the Angelo. Oh, actually, I think what they did is they first picked Angelo because we did ban Clip, so we didn't have first. They first picked Angelo because they knew they had Jaeyoung open and they knew they had Mina as well. And as you can see from these global bans, there's really not much that goes good into That's I don't know that those are not our no those are our global bans. There's not really much that goes good into what's it called into Mina. So like a lot of the good Mina hard counters are just globally banned. So like all of these sets, Mina is gonna have really free games. Like she's gonna have good eats. So it's gonna be a little bit difficult to win. But for this set specifically, looking at our draft, I do think they have an easier draft to play. I mean, not only do they have Mina, which is just Mina, like the brawler is genuinely broken, but like they also just have like range comp. So like we have a brawler that can get us in mid and not get us trapped on the right side, but they also have a brawler like that with Angelo. So it's kind of tricky, especially since that they're gonna have a Jaeyoung pressing Brock Lane with not being able to get lane or anything. It's gonna get like a little tricky the game, but it didn't end up too. No, it was pretty bad to be honest. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. We Loki got smacked, but I do think that Loki maybe like the Crow, like I should have played a little differently. But anyways, let's go into the game. All right, so here we have set. Oh, I turned off the audio. My bad. Okay, we have set one here for this out in the open match. I guess it's round one, not set one. Um, I'm still pretty sad we lost this to be honest, but I don't think it was winnable to be honest. Like my job was kind of just to poison the Mina and poison the Jaeyoung. That was my job. I just had to poison them. Once I poison them, they can't push and win in game. But it's really hard because with Mina Gadget, they can just sustain for so long. And like, I also really can't reach often the Jaeyoung. He's gonna be playing really back, and he outranges me even in that interaction. If I were to go for it, like he just has to play back and make sure his team doesn't die and give him speed to like win their lanes. So it's like kind of a weird map to play. You'll see like it's gonna be like really hard for us to win. I just try doing my best honestly with poisoning everybody, but I get two good poisons here, and then like I don't think yeah like it's just like no, it's like I don't know why I jumped there to be honest. It's just actually probably a higher chance of winning the interaction if I didn't jump there, but I guess that's what it is. I mean, then again, like at that point, like I knew that I had to go left, but like I just didn't know what to do. Like I poisoned the Jaeyoung there, got a good poison off. Like Dago's doing really good max ranging them, but it's just really hard because once Mina pushes up two shots and she gadgets, impossible. Like it's really hard. So like look, watch. She two gadgets the Mina. Um sorry, two shots, gadgets, and then supers or like just 4Ks you in the face. I think that happens to me actually once this set. I get 4K smacked in the face for overextending. Um it's like kind of an annoying brawler, and like it's like we should have figured it out sooner. But the thing is like the sad thing is right is that like we would honestly be fine with Mina, but nobody on our team actually plays Mina. For so Ale, who is usually our aggro player, for some reason doesn't know how to play Mina. I think it's like always the stupidest thing. Like how do you not learn Mina? Because like it's genuinely like really like one of the most broken aggros in the game. Like, and if you have zero ping and like you're supposed to be the aggro player, you should learn Mina because that brawler genuinely would like do wonders in like ranked and in scrims, like other things, of course. Like it's really really broken. So to me, I was kind of upset that like I had to be the Mina player, and I mean I play Mina in ranked, but I don't have the same ping as him, right? So it's a little unfortunate, and like nobody's obviously comfortable playing Mina. Not only are you playing Mina on like higher ping, you're also playing it on like the one of the biggest stages in North America. So it's like kind of a drag, I guess, to say the least. So in the next round here, we kind of just get smoked, I think. Very gradually get smoked. I mean, like I probably could have played a little bit more aggro in trying to get those poisons off, but like as you will see, I make one little second where I go up for like for accident, and then the Mina just kills me. Like the brawl, like that's how dangerous this brawler is, and like I don't have the HP to deal with that. Maybe I should have been on damage reduction, but that also means one less second of poison, so it's kind of weird. They don't end up winning this, by the way. Let's go into the next here. So the same situation honestly, but now we do have like some utility. Maybe we can make something work. Ali doesn't like, honestly the thing is that also like the Leon pick probably wasn't the best because like they have a comp where Leon just gets no value. He can't go for the Angelo because the poison, he can't go for Mina because the shield and the super, and he can't go for Jaeyoung because he has heals and gadgets to do more damage, and he's always gonna be with his Mina. So who the hell is this guy supposed to push? There's nobody he really can push, and for somehow like complete utter chance he gets smacked by the Angelo there, which is really unfortunate. Maybe he could have gotten a kill there if he didn't get smacked, but um, I guess it's really just unfortunate. And then like everybody else is here, just kind of like screwed, I guess. Yeah, we could look against that pinched, and that's it. So I'll see you guys in the next draft. Okay, so here we have the next game we played. We have Open Business. So we banned for so we had first pick, so we tried banning for like M's. We really wanted M's this game because M's is really good first pick on Open Business. It's a good Finks counter, and also it with Gray can be really fucking annoying. So we really wanted M's first. So luckily they gave it to us. Let me see here. So luckily they gave us the M's, and into response they went Lou and they went Stu. So the reason why they went Lou and Stu here is because if you look at the bans, There's not a lot of things open that counter Lou. Like Dog is banned, Crow is arguably a counter to him, which is also banned. Nobody's gonna go. We can't take Finks because if we take Finks M's, it's gonna be a free Mortis or any aggro game. So they don't. We don't want to take Finks M's. At least like not now. In the draft, I think it's better honestly to take what's it called? To take So I think we do end up taking in this draft Gray. The Fink Supers honestly kind of would do a lot of value now that I think about it against these two, but like it's also not too good against Stu, but it does do like decent against Low. And they do take Lou because they want like an anti tank. Because if we have Gray, like gotta be careful for M's like comp, like Gray M's comps. Like we have M's already, like we can just take like Damien, we can take some annoying brawlers. So like that's why like they pick just an anti tank, and then they go like their control-ish type of brawler that can play aggressive. Like I guess it can play aggressive. Over here we decided to go Barry Leon. Now the reason why we picked what's it called? Gray. Damn. Barry Leon. The reason why we picked Barry Leon is because the Leon M's combo is really broken on like just a lot of maps and modes. Like Leon with any brawler that can just run up and get a lot of value in people's faces, like Chester, Finks, M's is really, really good. So we basically just use that to our advantage. And then we also paired it with Barry heals because right now they have Lou who does some decent damage, but you can dodge a Lou and then they have no damage. So we decided so that because they don't have any damage against us, it would be really good to take this comp. And then for last pick, they decided to go Mortis. So it's on paper not a bad Mortis game. You have 3 control-ish brawlers. Leon at this point I wouldn't even consider an aggro because he's more of a control with the support style you play with the gadget. So it's on paper a really good Mortis game. But our strategy to win against the Mortis is that I'll use my gadget first against him when he pushes me, and then Diego Gamer will use his gadget with the berry after, so that he can just make sure that that the Mortis has no opportunities to push us or kill us or anything like that. So going into the game here, as you can see, I'm the first one to actually push him back, Tacos, and then Diego pushes him back, and then everything turns to hell. Unfortunately, we both get smoked, but like what matters is like the effort, right? Like we low-key put in that like the effort. Like I think we just lose this round specifically because we had a really bad start. Like I'm not sure what happened in the start this time, to be honest, but like we kind of just both like kind of got like killed. I think it was because Diego was playing too centrally. He should have probably been up here to help not only the Leon but also not stack against the Mortis. And then once I use my gadget, he can come back to help, of course. But because he's there, Mortis does get an extra hit too, and like it's also like getting hit by the Stu as well. So it's like you don't have enough HP for that, to be honest. So it's kind of bad looks from us so far in the start of this game. Going back into it, Vegeta kind of plays like I think at this point it's like kind of over. Like there's not much we can do here, honestly. I like right there, like I look, he missed my gadget. Like it just kind of like went to hell this game. I don't know how I even missed it. I auto aimed it. He was point blank. But there comes Diego with the super, and it's really not looking too good for us on this draft, to be very honest with you guys. It's really not looking the best. To be honest, I think they just end it. Yeah, they just end it 100-6. A little unfortunate for us, but we all knew because it was the start that happened. Now Diego is not going to stay nearly as centrally. He's going to go more into the right. And the Tacos also plays a lot more passive this game because for some no, they don't know where we are, and the Leon turret is still there, so like they don't actually know where we are yet, which helps us a lot. And then we push him back both at the same time. He has 6-7 HP, so funny. And then at this point, we are all alive. They have a good super for control, but then there goes Ale getting a really good kill. Really well played by him. He got this to get out, and then Loki gets caught lacking by the ice. But then again, Vegeta Loki wasted a super for that. Like I don't think it was worth the super. So then from this position, like I kind of just like smack everybody. One cap. Ale is able to get some good zone time here, which is really good. Like cycling zone time by us. And then me and Diego come back. I'm not really sure how he survived on like 10 HP, whoever killed me, but it's like fine. I have another hypercharge here, so not another hyper. I have another super, but now this time it's hypercharged. Gives me more range. Diego goes up there because he knows he can't get killed because they do no damage. And then I myself decide, oh, I'm gonna just get on the zone. I'm gonna just get iced. Like nothing is gonna happen to me. I know that nothing's gonna happen to me, so I just stand myself there. And then Tacos goes for me actually. And then I think this is that when I'm like have this little ice effect, I do a lot less damage. So I got to take that into account, and I know I do. Like for example, right now I'm doing half the damage I would if I were like not frozen at all. So I get frozen, which honestly I don't even think is that bad. And then here comes Chino with the zero ping stew, and Taco's hyper. Like Loki, like from this position, it looks so unwinnable. I'm not really sure how we won this game, to be honest. Like this like actually looks so unwinnable. Like Diego gets a really good hyper at the time that Tacos gets a hyper, and then I Loki smack Tacos. And at this point, I'm holding. Vegeta dies to Diego Gamer right there, and then we're just holding from this position, which is really good from us. And we do end up winning the set from this position because they don't have enough time to actually get us off the zone with like the utility, and Vegeta doesn't have super. So at this point, it is GG on to the next round. Now in the next round, we have the same exact start as round two. We don't put Diego as much in the center, and we low-key help him on lane. He goes for me, which I push him back, of course, and then he goes for Diego, which pushes him back again. And then Diego goes and supers the stew that has no damage. And then at this point, we have really good control in the start of the game. Um, Probably our best start yet. Ale goes for Chino, does decent enough up there. Diego Gamer is doing everything he can to keep us alive. And at this point, like we're doing really good, honestly. Um, I low-key like a lot of games, like a lot of times in this game, I low-key get caught by that gadget a lot. Um, I guess it's pretty bad for me to do that, but like I thought it would be good because like I don't know, like if it gets me like with the ice, like low-key, it's better to do like more damage after getting poisoned because like the barrier's gonna heal me regardless, so it's not gonna matter. So I do end up getting frozen though and dying, which is a little unfortunate after using like your super like that. But it's all good in the hood because Diego is still alive, and there's a puddle on himself to heal himself more. But as you can see, he's healing himself like 400 HP, a lot less than he would if he wasn't like frozen. But there goes Ale with the hypercharge, makes himself known, so they kind of get nervous and like scatter a little bit. Good kill from me on tacos there. Kind of got caught lacking. Again, I eat the gadget from the Lu, and at this point, I just go in the safe. I mean, sorry, not the safe. I just go in the zone because I know like we need the zone time more. I get tacos, the hypercharge, just holding here, and then Ale goes up and does some decent work up there, and then at this point on, like we just want to just hold the mid. Like we don't want to just lose this. So we just want to hold, 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 hold. So he had gadget, I had gadget too. I look he like might have actually set up Diego there, like kind of unfortunate. 92 to fit 60 right here. So at this point, like we knew that we had to bait their utility, or else we would lose this game. So there goes in tacos with a really like mid hypercharge. Like it doesn't really do anything. And then at that point on, like I was like kind of like I had like actually a relief. Like I'm not sure why he did that. Like I actually had relief from that Mortis performance because now we won round two from that. Really good from us, and I'll see you guys on round three. All right, so here we are for round four here, match point for us, and we are unfortunately put on hot potato for the fifth time today. The fifth time we'll lose hot potato. Um, I mean, at this point, we got a really good grip on it. You know, we like playing Lily on this map. I like playing it, and I've gotten a lot more comfortable with it at this point. To be honest, at the point where I feel like I've been playing pretty good on the Lily. So just keep that in mind as we do end up picking it. We do have first pick here. So we do end up first picking Crow. So this was a Diego Gamer shout. I look, he kind of agree. It's a really good, like, Crow's a really good first pick. I'm only afraid of the dog because, you know, if you go any aggro with dog, like dog open, dog is gonna break open the entire map. So we can't go like Shade is banned though, but we can't go like. Honestly, Lily isn't too good if like they have a really good like like you'll see it later in like game two. I think it was like if they have a really good dog break and like just have a chain of dog breaks, like I can't do anything. The game gets really complicated. So um, they do end up taking dog, and they take also with it the Colt. Colt is another brawler. Like I don't know why we left this open. Like I guess we kind of forgot about it. It's like really broken in my opinion. Like no one wants to fight a crow like a Colt. It's like the gadget is like really like not necessarily that it's broken, but like the gadget is really strong, and like a lot of brawlers that should beat a Colt like just don't because the gadget just takes away an ammo and gives Colt an ammo, which like completely changes like a lot of like aggressive interactions, which basically makes him like serve like an anti-tank, which is exactly why they went with but like with you would probably think that Colt would be pretty weak with Ruffs, but no, because of that gadget that actually works like as an anti-tank almost. So into that we decided to take Lily. We decided to take Lily Carl. So the reason why we went Lily Carl here is because Lily does a lot of pressure on the top and gets them all in the center of trying to like get me off the safe, whereas the Carl gets in this little pocket and nobody takes him out. However, the thing is that Ruffs is low-key good into the pocket characters because the bounces can basically bounce forever along this entire wall, and you don't get as much value, which is a little unfortunate, but it's all good. You can still get a lot of value still, and here, like, they go Buzz. So Buzz is like kind of what we expected them to go. It's a really good counter to stop the Carl super, and it's also good against me as well, the Lily. And it's decent against Crow in the sense that you can still kill everybody. Like Crow only has a jump to stop you, so like it's a pretty good. But I do honestly believe we have draft here, and we should have closed it out right here. But unfortunately, I guess it just wasn't our day. And let's go see how it goes. So initially in the start, I go on the left. Just go straight up for the save. That's my job. My job is to go for save. Diego's defending, and I do get really good value on the save. So my job, like, I want to get as much damage as possible, and I want to dodge as many dog shots as possible. So I get good 20% off initially. Diego's a good job at not letting the Colt get his super. So Ale here, not much he can do. He just tries to get some damage on the doggy, stop him from getting too much value mid and like too much control and stuff like that. So I go again for this lane right here. I hit Chino a couple times here, and I actually get the kill on him because looking that might have been a mistake, but I decided to go for that kill because I didn't want him to be distracted. I thought I could get it without dying, but Vegeta did low-key help him. And then there goes Diego because I got that kill on the left. He had no idea where Diego was, so Diego ended up getting the kill and trade. And what's really good is that Diego ended up getting crack, I believe, which helped us a lot. This game, though, yeah, didn't end up getting crack actually. So I'm here in mid. My job is I just want to kill the what's it called? I just want to kill the dog or just go for the save. So I do end up getting the crack, and then I low-key kill Tacos there, which is really good for me. And then I dodge a couple shots. Like, look at how long I survived there. Like, I started a lot longer than I should have. And then Diego goes in for his hypercharge. Really good hyper from Diego. Gets a really early hypercharge in this game. Gets a lot of value with it. And then, so in this position right now, like, what's really good about this is that we still have our grass, but then Vegeta, he just breaks all our grass. So then I go for save. Vegeta is forced to track back for me and defend me. And I do believe I get cracked here because I'm just dodging. Look at me dodging all the shots. Like, I'm genuinely doing insane right now. I do that, and then I got lucky with the super. Like, a little sad, like, with the super there, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's all good. It's all good in the hood. So then Diego jumps in, and then at this point, the game is basically over, and we are at match point, one match away from winning this entire freaking thing. Right? Yeah. It's just over. Okay. Let's go on to the next game here. So this game was honestly one of the worst ones we could have had out of the three. Like, this time Tacos came to defend me. So I tried hitting them both, like the safe and him, and I do get my super from it, which is pretty good interaction. Chino does end up dying to like Crow, so we do have like a decent start. We're not doing like that much damage though. I do end up killing Tacos as well, and he wasted his super in that interaction. It was also really well played by me. I could get like diffed by Chino there. I don't know how he did that really, and he also broke my grass, which I really don't like, but well played by him. And then Vegeta's also breaking more of the grass. So like now, like you see how much more complicated the game is gonna get. Like I can't go through mid anymore because like look at me. Like I'm just sitting there. Like I have to make it very obvious when I gadget because like there's no way. Like I do get a good kill on Tacos though, and oh my gosh, like look at what I'm doing now. Like that's pretty insane for me. We get one crack on the shield initially, and we back up. So I think this is kind of a bad gadget if I went in here. Like they were defending me with like all their utilities, so like I don't know if it was like the smartest decision to make, but I do just want to go for safe. Like I don't really care about like anything else. I just want to go for the safe. Tacos just misses super and is forced to gadget, and I think gets traded out by Diego. So in my opinion, okay, that was a decent jump by Diego, but the problem is that like his hypercharge, I think he held on to it too much. We didn't have a concise game plan of how we wanted to play, so I think that was why we lost. We didn't just pick a plan and stay to it. So like right now we're up 2 shields. We basically have full HP. Now when did we get 2K there? Like Tacos Loki can't. Yeah, Tacos like loses there. They have their shield, so now we're only up by 1 shield. We shouldn't like Loki have not died there. Like that was a really bad death from the both of us. Me and Ali like Loki trolled that. And then here comes Tacos with his hypercharge. He goes for me, of course, but that's fine because he did waste his hyper for that. Now he goes for Diego, which means that Ali's looking undefended right now. He can go up for safe right now, which I believe he does. I do get a kill on him on Chino here, and then Ali Loki should have just went up right, so like the dog is forced to die, but like he blocks that and then goes in and supers and then goes and tries to hit the safe. And if you see this right here, so he went on the safe, directly on the safe. Look, let me show you this. So he went directly on the safe and it didn't get burned. The safe didn't get burned. And then guess what happens? I somehow diff Tacos, and then I go, and then guess what? 26% the safe. And we have a Crow hyper. So you can't, like, you can't do that. Like, you see what I mean? Like, what the problem is? Like, you see genuinely what the problem is. Like, that's genuinely the level of unfortunate, like, that this happened. Like, I diff him, and I go for the safe, and then we just get 1% off. And then here again, though, to be honest, Ali Loki played it really poorly. Like, I really, like, was a little shocked about how poorly this was played. So I don't know, when you're in this position, you dodge the super and you go for the gadget. You go for the use your super. I don't know why he goes back mid and then isn't like he's in range to the Colt. He should have just went back over here to play this little pocket area and just shoot little shots. Even if he missed his burn, he shouldn't have went back down. He would have gotten 1 or 2 shots off, which would have given us the crack eventually, which would be really, really beneficial for us. And he would still be there alive, kiting the dog. But because that didn't happen, they get the crack on us. And I honestly, if I was Diego, I would have hypered at this position right now. But he did it a little late because I think he thought he could save it for the crack. But there's no way any of us are reaching the save at this point. I don't have gadget. Like, nobody has utility, and Diego has to hyper, and then like we lose the round because of that, which is kind of unfortunate. Really, 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 really unfortunate. But yeah, let's go on to the next one here. This is like the worst start I had. I'm just getting pummeled by little rockets here. A little unfortunate for me. Okay, please, spectator, go up. Diego does do decent against Chino because he gets the trade. Commentator, please. Okay. So right here, Ale looking makes a really bad decision. Like, he ended up dying to the Vegeta there. I really like don't think that's a good play there. To dive in to Vegeta there, or like at least like not play that close to him. Like, they don't show it in the stream actually because the commentator is like genuinely like for some reason looking at this, but like they were in this position and all he had to do, Ale, was just play Ring Around the Rosie because Vegeta came from this area and Ale was like over here in this area. All he had to do is play Ring Around the Rosie around this little 4x1, and then you literally get the crack on the shield. So it was really poorly played by him, to be honest. But like, I remember like everybody's nerves, like, and I know it might sound like I'm blaming my team, but like it's like everybody's nerves are like genuinely like breaking at this point. Like, we just want to win, we don't want to like lose, like we just want to win. Yeah, so I do end up diffing tacos here again on lane, and then I go up, get the crack myself, and then I gadget here. I don't know if that was a good gadget, but it ended up serving me because I got my hyper from it, so it didn't matter if it was a good gadget or not, because by the time I like after my death, after the hypercharge, I'll have my gadget again for sure. Like, I'll have it every 2 lives basically. And then Ali goes in mid. I don't know why. Okay, like I don't know what that is. Like, I have to watch back why he would go through mid, but I think it was because he was defending the Colts there. Yeah, he was defending the Colts, so he went through mid to help. Low-key, good shot from him to get like the extra damage on the safe. Diego low-key kind of died there. Like, if he had like 1 more second, like, and he supered that, low-key, like, they were like 2 of them were dead, and like he would probably have Chino low. Like, kind of unfortunate, but then like he just lost here. He does not know what's going on, so I'd look, he just walk up and kill him. And then I think here I get the crack on the save. No, don't tell me. Okay, I do get the crack on save. Okay, look, it wasn't that unlucky. Okay, and then so Tacos comes here and he's gonna get a crack. Like, he has hypercharge. Like, he's gonna get a crack on the save. I walk up because I know he is, and then at this point I decide I'm just gonna use my hyper because I might get 2 in a game. So I'm gonna use it on him, and then Chino is just trying to defend the Colt and the Carl as much as he can. But then again, like, look at the Carl shouldn't be in this position. Like, at this point, you should be going on the right lane, not only to get his pressure, but also just do damage on the safe. Like, you can't do damage from this point. Like, it's kind of hard. He gets a really good burn on the safe though. And like the problem is, like, that was a pretty bad super, to be honest. Like, to me, like, I would not super that. Like, he did up getting like a kill on Chino, but it didn't serve as anything. He should have gotten more damage on the safe because we needed that more. Like, genuinely way more. Like, we need as much damage on the safe as we can get. Like, we don't already get like that many opportunities to get damage on the safe. So we need as much damage as possible. So he does actually make a good decision for going up there. And I try to go on my like it's kind of hard because I'm diffing like hard counter basically. But I go for Chino here. I try to go for Chino. I get 1 shot off on him, but Tacos is waiting for me with the super, and he does charge another one from that. And then Ale, like, look, he uses the super here and then gets hit by the roughs, which is like really unfortunate. I think that was just a Vegeta clock. It's not much he could have done, kind of just unlucky. I try to go up as much as possible, but I also get clocked by Vegeta. Like, there's not really much anywhere I could have gone. I think the best decision for me was just go back, but then again, like, I didn't think I was going to be able to go back because like there were bombs everywhere, so like I didn't really think like that. And like Diego Loki just tosses himself in mid to like try to get some space for us, but like Loki doesn't serve because Loki just died to this guy. And then okay, right here, look, Ali goes up. Okay, Ali goes up for the save. Right here, like okay, this is the problem. Like, right here, he hesitates. So like, watch. So he gets like the kill on Chino. Chino dies. He gets his super from hitting the Tacos. He goes up. Chino's actually still alive, by the way. He goes up and he hesitates. He doesn't think he's gonna reach the save, so he hesitates and goes back. You have to, in this position, go into this area where the dog can't hit you, or go back up here where the dog can't hit you. You can get cracked. He decides to do this. I don't know why he decided to go there. The dog even missed the first. Like, dog is missing so many shots. Like, He doesn't want it. Like the dog is genuinely missing so many shots. And then like imagine like those 4 or 5 extra hits he would have gotten on the safe gets us the crack. Keep that in mind for what's about to happen and how we lose this situation. So low-key here, I do a really bad play. So I went for the gadget directly on the safe. I could have supered on the Chino right here and he would have died, but I was a little afraid of hitting him behind this, like not hitting the super, like if he would go behind the wall and not hit it, like I would miss my super. So I decided to just go do the safe thing and go for the crack, but it was like ended up like not being a good decision in my opinion. And then I ended up getting the crack. I dodged the super with the crack. And then I super Vegeta. And then I shoot a shot on the immune safe. I shoot a shot on the immune safe. And because of that, I lose the interaction against Vegeta. Which means that now, not only are they doing crack damage to me, Diego goes in and tries to kill Chino, but gets hit one shot by the dog who kills him and then lets Chino survive. And then everything falls to shit and we lose the entire round. Because of that one little mistake. And that's why, my friends, I never trust auto aim. And that's why I hate auto aim so much. Because this is what auto aim does to you. You literally lose $4 grand because of auto aim. So really, really, really unfortunate from us. Really just unlucky mistakes on mistakes. Low key, if the Carl played better that game, I think we would have won even if I played the same. But it is what it is. We still have set 5. But as you will soon find out, it is nowhere near as good. So let's go on to the next game. All right, so here is the draft for Hideout. So as you can see, we've already lost draft because look at the bans. They banned 1 Mina counter, 2 Mina counter, 3 Mina counter, 4 Mina counter, 5 Mina counter, 6 Mina counter. I would even consider this a good Mina counter because you can kind of just play at max range. 7 Mina counter, 8 Mina counter, 9 Mina counter. No, I'm sorry, this is not a Mina counter. Basically every single Mina counter is banned. There are like a lot of brawlers here with range that do so good against Mina that are just completely banned. And they pick it first. So at this point, we kind of just lose the draft. We do take Leon into it, which Leon is bad into Mina, but it does help you get the blue star. We should have probably taken Jaeyoung instead of Bell here because you get the speed, you win the blue star. You can maybe take Bell last. And then they end up taking, they end up taking Gus, and they end up taking Jaeyoung here. So we decided that we wanted to go Penny. I think the smarter decision was to let them ego the Pierce, like let Diego, because Diego's one of the best like Pierces in North America. If he were to be on Pierce with pushback, he's not dying once to Chino. Like he's gonna win. He should have egoed it, but unfortunately, we go Penny instead, which like on paper isn't terrible because Mina, like you can kind of like they have nothing for the turret basically, but as you'll soon find out, it doesn't really service that well. So we do get in this weird position, and I'm like just shooting little shots at the Gus there, Chino, and then like Diego can't really push at all, play aggressive because like Tacos will just run at him with his 4K. He's playing perfect range, and then Vegeta is just like playing mid, helping out the Mina. So there's like really no way we win this. I'm gonna skip a little bit because this is like basically just us sitting here the entire game. Ali does make a really, really poor play here. He runs in and tries to get the kill on Vegeta. I knew he was never getting that kill. That's 8,300 HP with a heal in the pocket. You're never getting that kill. And the big shot Gus that I unfortunately fed, but like I feel like it's something I can do, like to not feed that. Like it's just how the interaction plays. So we do actually put ourselves down a lot of like stars here, like because of that. And low-key, in this position, like I low-key would have put like Diego just got his turret and he put it up a little high. I probably would have put it here initially. I don't think they actually are able to destroy it. And maybe if you put it more on the right side, the Mina is not going to have the damage to destroy it unless she goes for the 4K, which means she's overextended, which means that maybe we have a chance to kill her. But the problem is that this turret doesn't actually do anything once they all go all the way to the back. It doesn't reach. So that's the problem. So I end up marking the Jaeyoung there, which is good by me. I have a bunch of little traps down. I know this guy can't kill me. I sit behind the turret, and then at this point it's like really like kind of dangerous. So I bait the big shot from the Chino there, and then Diego puts a good turret there. Low key, the one shot. The thing is that we need 2 kills here, and we have to. So if Ala didn't die there, we would just fully focus the Mina and kill her. But because Ala died, we kind of needed more, and like we're separated and could get the kill. So that's it. And then over here, like it's just kind of the same situation. Just everybody playing passive for 2 minutes. Not really able to get any kills. Like we just actually weren't. Like we couldn't get the kill. And that's it. We lost the tournament because of that. Really, really unfortunate loss, to be honest. And I do believe we deserve to win this game. Like honestly believe we deserve to win this game. They played really good though. Props to them. They low key skill diff their way to make that hot potato set like a loss for us. And like the set five, of course, was a really good draft for them. Like they genuinely played so good. There's nothing I can say bad about them. Obviously, they'll be representing us at Turkey. Unfortunate what happened to Zulon, but I'll be rooting for them. Of course, like they're like Vegeta's a good player, Chino's a good player. Of course, Taco is a really good player. Like everybody here is really good. So I'm glad that I was able to I was able to have the opportunity to fight them in a really stressful match. But I'll be going into the next stressful match with more experience, more practice, and like hopefully more ice. Because to be honest, to lose that hot potato game like that was genuinely one of the worst ways to lose ever. And I think I wouldn't wish it on my worst opponents to lose out like that. So like it's genuinely unfortunate, but yeah, so that's how the last game is, and that's how we stayed outside of the tournament. So they did end up winning the entire thing, and this is how the bracket looked at the end. I think it's a little more forward actually. Where did they show it? I guess they don't show it on. They did end up 3-0ing Legacy. That was because basically they didn't prep for our like matches. They only prepped for Legacy, which means that it looked a lot closer for us than it did for Legacy because Legacy didn't have, I guess, any preps prepared for the final match. So I don't know why they wouldn't. It feels a little disrespectful to be honest. But they didn't have any preps and we did. So we did have preps a little bit, but Vegeta had preps for Legacy and we almost beat Vegeta's team. So it's a little unfortunate how things ended up playing out in the global bans, like how it was kind of a Mina thing. Like we low-key knew it was a good Mina thing, but like a good Mina like game, but like we just didn't know like what to ban honestly, but and like what to pick as well. So like it's just a little unfortunate. I'm still like glad. Obviously, huge thanks to Diego Gaming. We would have not made it without him. Like we made it so far with Diego, bro. Like we genuinely would have not made it as far without him. Like I couldn't have actually asked for a better sub. Like genuinely like the best sub because like it's like the perfect situation. Like it's a good player that speaks both English and Spanish and is a really good IGL. Like I can learn so much because I'm supposed to be the IGL of my teams. Like when I play, we literally play like really similar roles. So like it's really good to learn from him and learn how he like communicates like and how he like instructs his teammates how to play. And yeah, so they just like basically like help a lot. Like Diego really helped us with like improving a lot at the game in this couple of like weeks that we played challenges. So I'm really glad I got the opportunity to play with him. Obviously, huge props to Aller. We'll probably be playing together for the rest of Split 2 and seeing how things go with maybe a new third or something. We'll see how it ends up looking. Or yeah, so that will be it for the video. That's all the games that I showed you guys from the group stage 2 when we unfortunately got knocked out on the last day. I hope you guys did end up enjoying watching the video. I'll try to put more videos like this for stressful games. I don't want to put it for stuff like Manchurino, to be honest. To me, that just doesn't matter. But to like stressful like games, it also helps me like as a player to like review the drafts and review everything, see how it ended up turning out from like an unbiased perspective, from like somebody watching it back, like from like the broadcast. So you know, really honestly just well played by my team. I'm really glad we made it this far. Like we had no expectations. We were only aiming for top 8, and to be like the third best in like the entire NA challengers is like really good feeling, to be honest. So I'm glad we were able to make it this far. Thank you for everybody watching this video. If you enjoyed my content, I guess you could subscribe. I don't know when I'll post another one of these, but I guess you could subscribe. I do live stream sometimes, so if you want to pop into one of those, you can. And I will see y'all boys in the next one. Peace.